What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the locker room. Rad, you're here with your boys. I got John V to my side, Nico below. I'm Tony, and tonight we have a special guest from across the pond. We don't even know what fucking time it is over there, but we know he is here with us right now. Karl, how are you? Tell everyone where they can find you.
Good evening, gentlemen. It is 2:00 in the morning here in the UK. I must be mad doing a live stream with three amazing guys. Yeah, you can find me on YouTube, KB Sports, Twitter, KB Sports 31, and I also host a New England Patriots podcast, which is brand new, called the Patriots Touchback, as it says on the top left hand on my little screen up there. But no, thank you for having me on, guys. I've been watching your show for a good part of nearly a year, 18 months now. Love the content. You're something different. And also just to watch Nico get kicked out of the screen every time he does something egregious. It's actually quite.
I'm sure we'll have a couple of those.
We'll definitely have a couple of those tonight, Karl. We truly appreciate you. Go ahead, Nick.
On your show, do you do other sports too? Or is it just football?
No, on my
in the KB Sports logo, there is shit there.
I can't see the fucking logo.
You're not even trying.
I just see not even trying. There's a Karl at KB Sports 31 thing that's right over the logo. I can't see it.
I see it just fine. UFC and the Arsenal logo. You're snoozing over there, bro.
So we had Paul Hope on earlier a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I take it you are a huge soccer fan.
Yes, I have been an Arsenal fan since I was about 4 years old.
All right.
So
I've always been a big. My brother likes soccer a little more than I do. He follows it a little more. So I've always been an Arsenal fan.
Who's your team, Karl?
Arsenal FC.
Guys, we're just the visuals here. We're just not getting it.
I'll tell you what. I don't know where this. I love when these new teams pop up. I like Nottingham Forest. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, I want to be a Nottingham Forest supporter. I mean, there's just teams that pop up out of nowhere, and I end up liking them. Nonetheless, that's awesome. UFC. Did you guys go pretty nuts for Leon Edwards?
Oh, massively, absolutely massively. We got to the final round and we were expecting, is he going to tire out? Is he going to be, is he going to be able to conjure up anything to try and like do anything? And then it just like bang, one straight kick and that's it. And it was like, well, you just saw the look of Joe Rogan's face. It was an absolute picture.
Yep. It was kind of unbelievable.
Were you watching that live? It had to be like 4 a.m, 5 a.m. over there.
I just set an alarm just to watch the main event. I will watch the rest of the fights in the morning and get a bit of a recap on it. But no, if it's the main event, I will set an alarm to watch it, and then I'll probably be up. Then I won't be able to go back to sleep, so I'll completely strain my sleeping pattern doing this.
Okay,
what a great fight that was.
You know what's crazy?
Shout out. Hold on, Nick. Let's say hello to our guests. Joel, what's good, family? Thinking about you. What's happening? Denise, Tanya, Chris Welch, what's up, my friend? Mariah, good to see you. Who else we got in the chat? Vince, what's up, fam? Ladies' night. Good for you guys.
Chris,
Appreciate
what's up, my
support.
dude? Chris, my good friend Chris. I love Chris. So yeah, that was a massive win, and I can only imagine how crazy people are going for him over there. And I've been hearing rumors that the rematch might be in Wembley Stadium. They're still trying to think about how that would work out, but there are talks on that. I guess we should probably give our condolences to you for the queen that passed away. So I'm sure that's not an easy thing to handle over there. I don't know if that's equivalent to I don't even think that's equivalent to like a president for us. That's like way
it'd be
way
like
more
she reigned for over
prestigious.
50 years.
70.
Over 70 years.
Reigned
Holy
over 70 years. She was absolutely a god. She was a godsend to us in this country. I don't know where it is that we go from here, frankly, because the next person in charge is about as lifeless as my sex life right now. He's terrible.
Jesus.
Well, so
Who
but,
is the next that was in
Charles.
King Charles? Well, it's called. His actual term is King Charles III, to be precise.
Okay, I don't know how all that shit works. I just know that lady. It's just someone that you thought would just never die somehow. Like you see them getting up there in age, you're like, is this? So that was sad stuff to hear. But thank you for everyone joining us in the chat. Hit like below, hit subscribe below, head over to Karl's channels, like and subscribe over there. Obviously, we got Mariah in the house. Y'all are already liked and subscribed over there. At least you better be. And let's get into it, guys. Let's not waste any more time. This is about to be a fucked up show. Karl, things are going to get wild. I don't know if you're staying here for the whole show and you're going to be here during the 49ers portion, but it should get pretty rowdy. There's a couple days that went by for people to calm down and relax their emotions, but
Gather their bearings.
We got one more. We got one more to bring on the panel.
With all honesty, I think
slide
John
him
V's.
in?
Honestly, I think John V's about to uncoil like a spring, but that could be.
Like a cobra, like a frightened cobra.
I'll do my best to. I'll do my best to maintain.
Bashar.
Just when you thought things couldn't get any better, here comes our boy Bashar. What's
Hey.
going on, buddy? Remind everyone where they can find you also.
Oh, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Gotta kick it with my fellow long lost. I think I was half Greek or something in my former life. I lived in Greece at one point in my life. I lived in Greece at one point in my life before I came to America, so I have that. I ate spanakopita today for lunch. That counts. So yeah.
You're more Greek than the panel, buddy.
That's not true. I love spanakopita.
Okay. There you go.
love it?
All right.
These are three guys who love a good gopita here.
We're going off top. I always talk about food, guys. All right, so what's up, everybody? I'm 49er Mind. I'm Bashar with 49er Minded. You can find me on YouTube at 49er Minded. My Twitter is at 49er Minded. Instagram, just type 49er Minded. It's a 49er Minded Facebook group. There's also 49erminded.com now, which is cool. It's very much in the early stages, but you can check it out. So I'm just been buddies with John. I'm here to give him some moral support. I'm here to back him up in case things get too crazy and too wild here. Because I know Nico can really hit his nerves every now and then, and Tony's always the voice of reason. So I'm here, man. Let's do this. Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Tony is the gasoline, Bashar. There's also 49er Minded energy drinks in the works. There's 49er Minded pants in the works.
There might be some T-shirts coming out. There's a little rumor about that. So
There's
already a 49er Minded song, by the way. So.
Oh shit! We need to step our game up, guys.
Brought to you by a mojito in a can called Sesh. This is fantastic. I ran out of bourbon, so I'm just gonna drink the shit out of this.
We're gonna run through the slate of this past weekend games. We're gonna touch on them. Take as long as you want or as short as we want. There's some that probably don't need much to talk about, but we're gonna go through those slates of games, and then we're gonna try to get to this week's slate of games and give our predictions on those. So we're gonna start off with last Thursday. We had the Bills versus the Rams. Bills 31, Rams 10. Complete bloodbath. And if you were watching this game, it probably should have been a little worse than it actually was. Bills had, I think, 4 turnovers, 2 fumbles, 2 interceptions. It got out of control in the second half. Josh Allen looked like I've never seen a quarterback so in control of the offense as I saw him last Thursday. It just seemed like whatever they wanted to do, they were doing. He was making all the right reads. It just seemed like this offense is going to be something historic this year. Having said that, I am a Bills fan, so I can't be too biased here. I got to calm down. But I do believe that this offense looked like it was something absolutely special this year. That guy, and they weren't going against a subpar defense. They were going against defending champions. They might have lost a few guys on defense, but they had most of their guys returning. Aaron Donald still looked good and dominant out there. So I want to pass the torch. We'll pass it on to you, John. Let me know what you saw in that game.
Dominance. I saw a Super Bowl caliber performance. I mean, it was my pleasure to watch the Bills dominate a division rival. Okay. Especially coming off of an NFC championship loss to these guys. Watching you guys bludgeon them was just my pleasure. So I guess what I saw, some of my like 3 keys to that success that I saw was Josh Allen was just a force, dude. He was the entire running game, in my opinion. That dude was the running game. It's crazy to me because watching the run game in Buffalo, it's just not there yet. It's the one facet to this team that is just not there yet. But then you make up for it with your quarterback. It's insane to me. It's like you can't get blocks. They can't shoot through the gaps, but Josh Allen does. Under center, nonetheless. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, you know what? He sometimes gets too cute though. And when you get too cute and you start thinking you're Lamar Jackson in your head, that could be bad news bears here in the NFL. And you will get murdered out there. You can't be doing this Lamar Jackson cute shit. Get your yards, slide, get out of bounds, dive, whatever you got to do.
No,
but he was taking some hits. He was taking some hits.
And he gave Bobby Wagner the business on that one touchdown where he ran through. I like that.
He did.
Hey,
he's a big, strong guy.
Tony, thanks for doing the dirty work for us in week 1, buddy. We appreciate it.
Hey,
Man,
not a problem, man. Hopefully we can keep doing your dirty work for the whole year.
Exactly. Every time you face the NFC or any other NFC opponent.
There you go. Karl, did you see that game, buddy?
As a Pats fan in the AFC East, I basically made my predictions at the start of the season saying that the Bills would represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. Despite the fact I shouldn't be saying that sort of shit, but I will, because the Bills just looked awesome. They just looked absolutely awesome. Who was the best? Apparently, who's the someone in the Rams is the best shutdown caller in the game? I can't remember his name now. That was it. Jalen Ramsey. How did that go out? Oh yeah, he got his fucking ass burnt alive by bloody Stephon Diggs. Yep. Yeah. Okay.
I'll tell you what. I don't take pleasure. I don't take pleasure. I don't take more pleasure in watching someone get beat on the field than Jalen Ramsey. It just really makes me feel good inside when that guy gets fucking dusted. And he's always talking shit after every play. He's always talking shit. So the fact that he got dusted in that game a couple different times really made me feel good.
The thing is, Von Miller, there's a quick mention to Von Miller as well. He's playing like he's back in his prime again. He was just everywhere. Absolute everywhere.
Yeah.
I did not expect to see that from Von Miller. You guys, if he's going to do that for you guys all season long, that's a huge plus. Von Miller.
He was incredible.
And how about when you said Josh Allen gets too cute? That one play where he took the handoff or whatever and ran it all the way to the sidelines, and then he jumped hella high in the air and threw it. I was like, the moment he was doing that, I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing, dude? All of a sudden I look up and it's this gigantic touchdown. I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. It looked like something out of a Madden game or whatever. Just looked silly.
Yeah. He gets too cute, and that'll end up biting us in the ass, I'm sure.
It worked for you guys, so
It did this week. All right, let's move on to.
I don't get say this.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I
about
do have
you,
a question
Nick.
about Josh Allen. Go ahead, let Nick go. But I want to ask you something about Josh Allen.
I'm going to give the good and the cautiously up. Good and the cautious. I don't think there's any bad for the Bills, but the good was Josh Allen looked amazing. Von Miller looks like he found a fountain of youth. Gabe Davis is he's as good as I thought he was going to be. All that was fine. The defense looked really good. The thing that I will say, this is the cautious part, is that I think the Rams, and I've said this before, are the least talented team to win the Super Bowl in a long time. I think that there's probably about 5 teams that were better than them last year, and I don't think that they're as good as everyone thinks they are. Plus, their left tackle retired, a great left tackle, Whitworth. So he's gone. They're having to replace him.
Are you trying to diminish my week 1 win? Is that what you're trying to fucking do right now?
He's doing it.
It feels like that.
He's doing it in the most honest way possible.
I think the Bills are one of the best teams in the league, but I just want to put a little bit of a pump of the brakes. I think the Bills are one of the best teams in the league. They may very well represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, but
Thanks.
this win, don't think it was like you beat the reigning Super Bowl dominant champions.
Wow.
Well, I got news for you. We did beat the Super Bowl champions. I don't know how you fucking slice it and dice it, or why you think they're the worst team to win the Super Bowl in like the last however many. What the fuck are you talking about right now?
I don't think
they won the Super Bowl. They were that good. They won.
I don't think that they were like the Steelers or the Patriots of the past. I don't think they had like as good of a defense or anything like the Eagles did when they beat the Patriots. Like I think that they had holes in their team.
Goodbye, motherfucker!
All right, game number 2. We got the Saints.
Hey, I want to ask you about
Hold on,
Josh
wait.
Allen, Tony.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
This penalty box was sponsored by the Faithfully podcast. Catch them anytime you can. Faithfully podcast. Thank you, Mariah.
Check out the Faithfully podcast.
We got to start doing banners. You know what I mean? Like this brought to you by, and then put the name on there. Anyways, go ahead, Bashar.
Really quick, because and the reason obviously I'm bringing this up because I have Trey Lance in mind, but I'm not going to talk about Trey Lance at the moment, but just a parallel because we all know that Josh Allen struggled his first 2 seasons. I do remember him struggling and underperforming. I did see some glimpses of talent. Now keep in mind I'd sit down and watch Bills games at the time. But I don't remember like the hate that Trey gets right now from the national media is a whole lot. And did that really exist with Josh Allen? Because I personally don't remember it, but you'd know more than me because you're a Bills fan.
Huge difference with first and foremost, the fan base is completely different. We have a fan base that hasn't smelled success since the early 90s. 0 Super Bowls won, 4 Super Bowls attended, haven't smelled success since the early 90s. So, and we didn't have, when he was drafted, the year he was drafted, we didn't have a set Super Bowl ready team, if that makes sense. You guys have the team and the expectations and the history of wanting to win now. So every time there's a hiccup like we had last weekend, every time there's a hiccup, it makes it a lot larger than when there was a hiccup with Josh Allen. We weren't a Super Bowl ready team. We were on our way there. We didn't have Diggs on the team yet, not making big splashes in free agency. So the expectations were a lot lower when Josh Allen was coming up. So I think that's probably a big difference between the two.
Just
and listen, there also wasn't that much criticism of Josh Allen. There was a little talk about his accuracy, but nothing crazy.
Goodbye, motherfucker!
He's like a rash.
Since
He's like a fucking rash.
Saints 27.
I find it hard to believe that you guys are friends, man.
Hey, you and me both, buddy. So Saints 27, Falcons 26. Falcons had the lead for the majority of the game. For pretty much all of the game, Saints came back in the last seconds to score and take the lead. What'd you guys see out of this one? Do you give a shit about this game? What are the big takeaways? Go ahead, Karl, hit us.
Not the first time the Falcons have blown a 15-point lead or more in the freaking third, fourth quarter, is it? Eh? They're cursed. They have not recovered. They haven't recovered since 28-3. I'll give you a prime example. Okay, when the Chargers were originally San Diego, they were 30 points to 20 up with at the fourth quarter, 5:59 on the clock. Blew it. When they were 17-0 up against Miami in the third quarter, 12:50 to go, they blew it. You can see where the trends come in here. 39-24 against Dallas a few seasons ago. 4 minutes, 57 seconds on the clock in the fourth quarter. Blew it. 26-10. Blew it. Buccaneers 24-7. Blew it. And now 26-10 against the Saints, and they go blew it. By the way, they had a 98.4% chance on the ESPN to actually win that game when they were 26-10 up.
Karl,
Blow the fucking franchise up. Just blow up the
Karl.
franchise.
Karl, I have to tell you, those are the most stats and facts that have ever been spoken on this fucking show. And you just did it all in the last 32 seconds. That's incredible. Thank you for bringing stats and making us a legit show. Bashar, what'd you see in that?
He did it with a click of the finger.
Well, I didn't watch the game, so I don't really have much to say about it. You can pass me up on this one.
Nick?
It's just, I mean, the Falcons are going to be that team that just sucks this year. They might have like a couple death twitches of being good, but they just stink. And I thought the Saints were either going to be a really good team or a really bad team. I think they're probably going to be a really bad team. I mean, it's week one. You don't want to overreact, but they weren't good.
John, what'd you see in this one?
Taysom Hill get 14.5 points on my bench. Outside of that, I saw nothing I give a shit about.
Is Taysom Hill running? Is he a running back now? I see him
it.
on the stat sheet getting 4 rushes for like 80 yards.
Dude, he is Bashar. He's just about everything but a ref. Like this dude is between the ref and the goalpost. He assumes all responsibilities.
He is the ultimate. He is the ultimate Swiss Army knife.
They basically use him like the 49ers use Debo, except they have him listed as a tight end.
Got it.
Okay, guys.
All right, Nick. All right.
Okay, guys.
Am I wrong?
I don't know.
You're not wrong. You're just an asshole. Okay. All right. Let's get into the game everyone's waiting for here.
We are the Bears, shuffling crew, shuffling on down, doing it for you.
49ers 10.
I thought you were going to go
Chicago
with a different
Bears.
song.
49ers 10. Chicago Bears 19. Okay, Nick. All right. Yeah.
Go Jimmy, Jimmy, that's the voice I hear inside. Everybody's bound, straight up to my love for the ride. Go Jimmy, Jimmy, to the rescue, to the big blue sky. Being right before I leave, it's Jimmy Neutron time.
Okay.
What a dance.
I actually didn't see a lot of him on the sidelines. There was a little bit, but there wasn't a ton. I think that's going to change next week.
All
right.
There's just something about your hoodie. I wish it would choke you in your sleep.
All right. Let me just
We need your
start
chain,
this off.
John. Get your chain out, John.
hood. What is
Before-
that thing? I got it.
Before we
I got it.
spiral out of control, oh Jesus, what's this? You putting the fucking
This is
chain
John flavor. This is 49ers Flavor Flav thing that he wears.
on. All right. So listen, if you're a 49ers fan, you can't say things like I'm about to say. Okay. I'm gonna say it for you though. I'm gonna say it for all of you 49er fans out there, and we'll see where this takes us. If I'm a 49ers fan, I can't say the weather. I can't blame the weather. I can blame the weather. I'm here to tell you that the weather was 95% of why the 49ers lost this game. I'm comfortable enough to say that. That's the excuse that you guys want to say, but are afraid to say it because people will be
I
like,
appreciate
"Oh, what the
that.
fuck?"
But we don't make excuses. Both teams played in that shit. We didn't make any excuses for the weather. Fucking
Weather.
Chicago.
So weather on the road, week 1, brand new quarterback. Elijah Mitchell goes down in first quarter, correct?
Mhm.
First quarter?
Yes. It was the end of the first half.
Oh, okay.
Kittle's a late scratch. I didn't even know he was banged up, to be honest with you, to the point where he would miss any time.
I kind of have a
no
conspiracy
Kittle.
about this.
Okay, Nick's got a
Fuck
conspiracy.
you.
We'll get to you. Fuck.
Stick your conspiracy up your ass.
So
I don't know
me
how
and Nick watched all the games together on Sunday. We're at B Dubs, and the 49ers game was kind of far from us, so we can only really see the score, and it's 10-0. We're like, oh, yeah, they're gonna fucking win this. They're gonna win, whatever. And then we started seeing like the Pettis touchdown. And shit just getting weird. The Bears really slopped that game up, and made it a game where talent didn't. When weather starts getting as bad as it was out there, talent is not.
Were you watching the fucking Weather Channel or the fucking game? Spit this shit out, bro.
The talent equals out. I feel like the talent equals out when the weather gets as bad as it was there. So the talent on the 49ers was evening out with how bad the fucking weather was. That's how I saw it. I don't think you guys should push the panic button. If you wanted to point fingers, I got someone in mind that should probably catch some of those fingers. And that would be the mastermind behind the entire fucking team, Kyle Shanahan. I saw in the fourth quarter, late in the third quarter, I don't think they had a fucking rushing attempt by a running back. And I don't remember one from like the 7-minute mark in the third quarter into the fourth quarter, and it's pouring down rain. What the fuck? So I didn't understand his play calling. I really didn't understand his play calling when the weather's beautiful. That's all you want to fucking do is run. But in a monsoon, we're gonna start passing. I didn't fucking get that at all.
Well, we had to. We had to make up. We had to make up for the yards that we needed. I mean, we needed to get back in the game, and by then it was too fucking late.
You guys were in the. You guys weren't not in the game.
You
I
guys
mean, the
were driving.
interception. The interception.
We blew a coverage, dude. The penalties. Look, the penalties fucking consumed us. Okay, 12 penalties for 99 yards. We fucking took Justin Fields by the fucking hand, walked him up the fucking field, and he made a play. Right? Dante Pettis, if Dre Greenlaw doesn't grab the face mask of a man that's already tackled and down out of bounds, we don't have this. We're not having this discussion about Dante Pettis. There was blown coverage on that play. The 49ers were in shambles after that. When the weather was nice, it was 6 for 9, 17 yards in the air. Hey, fucking Justin Fields was not the better quarterback on the field that day. I don't give a fuck what happened at the end of it all. He made a few plays. I'm sorry. What are you doing over there? You're like a fucking bobblehead.
Bashar, go ahead. Go ahead, Bashar.
I was gonna say, with all your weather talk, all these songs were running through my head. Freaking Eurythmics, "Here Comes the Rain Again." Milli Vanilli, "Blame It on the Rain," and
we did
Elliott.
We did Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Missy Elliott, "I Can't Stand the Rain."
Have
it's
you
like-
Have you ever
seen
seen
the rain?
the
Oh my
rain?
God
I mean,
damn it.
it's funny because there was that huge rainstorm against the Indianapolis Colts last year, and in Levi's Stadium, that is. And a fan on Twitter told me, he's like, look, I was at both games. The Chicago game was worse, and I was like, really? Oh shit, that must have been terrible. But with all that bullshit aside, when the rain was manageable and you could play football in it, let's just say, was the majority of the game. But the shitty part was when obviously, this is what I hate though. I'm not gonna go back to that stupid rain part, but the shit that I see on Twitter, shit I see in the media is like Justin Fields outplayed Trey Lance. Trey Lance was terrible. And like you said, the 12 penalties for 99 yards, the majority of them were on defense. And each time they fucking happened, we'd stop their asses on third down. Next thing you know, there'd be a fucking yellow flag. It was like, let's stop this. Let's dominate the fuck out of them on defense. But nope. We're gonna fuck it up and do a stupid ass bullshit penalty. A couple of those calls were questionable, but most of them were dumb on the players' parts. And it's like, we just gave them new life. We gave the fucking Bears team a whole new life. Each and every time, with each and every yellow flag, new life was pumped in their blood. And I'm assuming that the players don't give a flying fuck about Dante Pettis because he's been shitting on all throughout his career. But here we go. We left him wide. It was as if Casper the Ghost was lined up a wide receiver because not a soul was anywhere near him until he was crossing the fucking line. But that was pretty shitty, you know. But hey, Justin Fields saw him wide open and made the play. So the only thing I'll give Justin Fields is he's excellent at extending plays on his feet. I'll give him that. But I mean, you know,
I wasn't impressed.
But what sucked was, but go back to the weather. What sucked was, okay, Grant Cohn's mentioned this. I'm going to mention it. In the first half, we were extremely successful on running all those bootlegs with Trey Lance, play action with Trey Lance. Anything that worked that was good with Trey Lance in the first half, we did not go back to in the second half. It was like a whole different story in the second half. And at the end of the day, keep going with something until they fucking stop it. Find a way to stop you. Then go with something else. Why not do that? No, we got to get cute and get creative and get cuddly and do this and do that. And we have this supposedly all-pro fullback that's the highest paid fullback in the NFL, and we barely, see him on the field when we're running the ball.
Right.
It's like, you're running the ball. He's a great lead blocker. Use his ass if you're going to run the ball. So by the time in the fourth quarter fucking comes and we're forced to fucking pass the ball because all those bullshit ass fucking flags bit us in the ass because they gave the Bears points on the board. Next thing you know, Trey's forced to throw the ball and literally I've watched fucking football since 1987. I've never seen a downpour this fucking strong in any fucking game when that fourth quarter came around. But by then you can't throw the fucking ball. I don't care if Joe Montana was out there. He wouldn't have been able to throw the ball in that bullshit. So it's a throwaway game. It sucks. We were supposed to win. Yeah, people are bitching and moaning. Oh, they say, oh, Trey Lance sucks. You guys lost to a weak team. Look, like you said, Tony, when it comes to shit like that, sometimes talent kind of goes out the window in those kind of fucking weird, trappish fucking games. So I'm ready to move on from this bullshit ass fucking game. Anybody who fucking hates on Trey Lance, they don't know shit about football. He's shown fucking flashes of fucking brilliance. And if you don't fucking see that, you're a fucking idiot.
Well
Not
said.
yet.
We lost to the Jaguars. We lost to the Jaguars last year in perfect weather. So
Yeah, there you go.
chew on that.
It's a 17 week season. I mean, there's Niner fans out there who are crying that want Jimmy in and saying, "Oh, we better bench Trey Lance now because if not, we're gonna go 4-13 with him if he's the starter." It's like, but they're saying it as if it's gospel and it's true. Like, really, dude?
Yeah, go ahead, Nick.
All right. So I'm going to let you guys, I'm going to soften the blow here because I'm going to give 4 things that the 49ers should be happy about. First off, it was Trey Lance's first game of the season. He hasn't had many games started. So this is kind of relatively new to him. So don't take it as as what he's going to do for the rest of the time. 2, the weather. So there are reasons and there are excuses. And excuses is that you blame something on something that didn't really matter. A reason is why something happens. So the Browns didn't make the playoffs last year. They had a playoff caliber team. They didn't make the playoffs. Why? Because of injuries. That's a reason. That's not an excuse. Okay? The weather was an excuse for the 49ers, at least half of that game. All right? Maybe a little less than half of the game. Definitely a full quarter. Okay? Second of all besides for the Seattle Seahawks, which are probably the worst team in that division. I don't know. We don't know for sure. But besides for the Seattle Seahawks, every other team lost in that division. So the loss doesn't hurt you guys that much. Okay. And the fourth thing, I had four, but we'll just leave it at three. So those are three things that you guys could take solace in. Okay.
You know what? I'm not ready.
Here's where I'm going to get thing. So Trey Lance was not the best quarterback on that team, on that field that day. He wasn't even close.
Okay. That's your opinion.
No, Fields was 1,000 times better. And I'll tell you why.
Get the fuck out.
Fields was 1,000 times better than Trey Lance was.
That's
Because
so fucking
Fields
wrong.
Was under duress the entire game.
1,000.
He doesn't have what you guys
What was
have.
Trey
He doesn't
Lance?
have
Trey
it
Lance
on
was under pressure the whole game,
He
dude.
doesn't
That's
have
not
it
my
on
problem.
defense. He doesn't
That's not
have
my
his
problem.
weapons. He doesn't
That's
have
not my
people
problem.
that will. He
That's
doesn't
not my
have anything
problem.
like that.
That's not my
and
problem.
The other fourth thing that I was going to say is, Eli Mitchell did get hurt and Kittle didn't play. So those are two players that you were missing. But yeah, he doesn't have those weapons.
Not my
that
problem.
Trey Lance has. Well, what
Not
is your
my problem.
problem? Is he outplayed your boy? He outplayed
He
Trey
didn't.
Lance. Yes, he
That's
did.
your opinion.
Trey Lance.
That's your opinion.
Trey Lance did absolutely nothing. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback.
He made great throws.
But Trey Lance did absolutely nothing that game.
He made
that
great
made me believe
throws.
He will be good.
He made
Okay.
great throws.
He made two great throws. Okay, one
He made more than two great throws.
There was
made
one
two
that was
great
taken
throws,
away
and they
by the
weren't even
bullshit
that
ass
great.
refs.
They weren't even.
There was
that
one really
great.
nice one
They
that was
were
taken
throwing the
away.
best
There were great
quarterback
throws. There was a throw, right? There was a throw to Ray McLeod that was under the safety, but over the linebackers.
Okay.
It was beautiful.
Quarterbacks are supposed to make that throws. I've seen Jimmy Garoppolo make that throw 1,000 times.
No, you haven't, because he gets intercepted on that throw every fucking time.
I've seen Jimmy
That's-
Garoppolo.
he
make that throw
always gets
1,000
picked.
times.
On that throw.
Trey Lance was pedestrian last night. He wasn't good. He wasn't even okay. He was subpar.
All right, Nick.
I'm going to send this video to Trey Lance so he could have played in his
He was
locker room all week
subpar.
long.
Okay, but
subpar, dude. He
Yeah.
was, dude. We were winning the game
when the
10-0.
weather when the weather was nice, how many points did you guys score? How many touchdowns did he have?
We had 10 points on the board.
Okay, so you kicked the field goal and Deebo Samuel ran it in.
Okay.
That's what you guys did all last year, and you guys were bitching about it.
No one was bitching because we were winning.
Yeah, no, you were bitching. You said you
were
wanted the
bitching.
quarterback.
You were bitching. I
What
will
were we
say that.
bitching? Oh, hang on. What were we bitching about? I want to hear this.
Jimmy
What
Garoppolo.
was I bitching about?
I'm saying
Jimmy
last
Garoppolo.
year you guys
Every
said
fucking
you,
game, win or lose, you were bitching about Jimmy Garoppolo. Every
If
fucking
he was
game.
your
Okay, but I
quarterback,
was
he did the
mad
same
because
shit,
my
dude.
quarterback
I was
couldn't
popping
make
fucking
plays.
pills during those games, dude. I was getting
That's
migraines.
fine.
Because my
I'm
quarterback
just
couldn't
letting
make
you know.
plays.
You were bitching.
so
Did you see Jimmy Garoppolo do any of what Trey Lance did? Because
Jimmy
you have like
Garoppolo-
amnesia, like you
I
don't
saw
you
Jimmy
don't
Garoppolo
process the
operate
game.
offense as
You just
well,
have an
and I saw
opinion.
Trey Lance not operate.
Jimmy
offense.
doesn't move.
It doesn't
Trey-
matter.
Trey-
He operates the offense better.
Trey, no, he fucking
Yes,
didn't.
he does.
No, he didn't.
Then why did you guys not score many points when Trey Lance was in the game?
This was one fucking game in a monsoon, you dumb
Kittle
motherfucker.
wasn't there.
I don't
Elijah
understand what
Mitchell
you're
got
talking
hurt.
about.
Our best running back got hurt. Our best tight end wasn't there. The O-line was playing like
I
shit every
still
time
don't,
Trey
I don't
Lance took a
understand what
snap.
you want. What the fuck do
Trey
you
Lance
want?
was so fantastic, then you guys would have scored more points. The monsoon wouldn't even matter because the monsoon happened in the last quarter.
Oh, okay, we had to throw the ball.
But you guys were down by that point. Doesn't matter.
I don't understand your point.
Where were your points at the first three quarters? You guys scored 10.
I still don't understand what you're talking about. Did the Browns win by touchdowns? You had a 50 fucking yard
won.
field goal to
Browns
save the
won.
day, you fucking idiot.
The
I
Browns
don't
won.
understand your comparison here.
You were happy with.
I don't understand. You want all this terrific fucking play out of all of these athletes on a fucking Super Bowl caliber Browns team, but none of you motherfuckers did anything.
Want to know?
Cade York won the game.
Yeah, we got a great kicker now.
Oh, you got a great kicker now. Good for you. You got a great kicker. What's he gonna do? Fucking throw the football?
I'm just.
I don't understand.
I'm just saying Trey Lance. I'm saying Trey Lance did nothing to lead me to believe that.
Nick, dude, that's your opinion. You're only here to ruffle my feathers. But the fact of the matter is, I don't give a fuck.
I'm here to.
I know that my quarterback was the best quarterback on the field that day. That's all that matters to me. I don't give a fuck about Trey. Dude, what was Fields doing? What was Fields doing? What? What did he do when the weather was nice? What did he do? He got sacked. He got fucking.
He battled through it.
He did nothing. He had 17 yards.
Or 2 touchdowns.
So he made plays. We gave him that. We gave him the yards. We gave him 99 yards, you dumb fuck. I don't understand. You sit there, fucking your mouth fucking runs. You run like half the faithless motherfuckers in my own fan base. You sound just like them. I don't understand.
I heard people say Trey Lance didn't make one mistake. He didn't make one mistake. He threw an
you're making that shit up.
That was actually a big
making
play.
That shit up.
That was actually a big play, that interception he threw. That interception doesn't happen. You guys have a shot of winning that game.
Nick,
Dude,
this is really
what the fuck are you talking about? The main argument here was who was the best quarterback on the field? It was not fucking Justin Fields.
It was Justin Fields by a margin.
Because he won the game? Because they won the game? Is that why you think that? We gave him those yards. He didn't fucking earn them. He didn't earn them. Yeah, what scare that? What the fuck's the matter with you? Would you fucking stroke out? What the fuck are you talking about? What's this?
Man, Tony, you're fucking
I came in like a wrecking ball.
I mean, I don't understand.
Delayed.
I don't understand what
delayed.
you want.
Penalty box for that.
You're giving Justin Fields all this fucking credit, but we gave them 99 yards. He didn't earn it. He didn't earn it. Fuck that stupid fucking song, Tony. Fuck.
I saw a guy in Justin Fields that was battling throughout the entire game.
Dude, Justin Fields fucking sucked. He sucked.
He had like an over 100%.
He sucked.
In the second half.
Yeah. We gave you 99 fucking yards, bro. You didn't earn that shit.
Give me 99 yards. I'm not a Bears fan.
Why? You're fucking hanging from his dick. You're swinging from his dick to his balls. What the fuck are you talking about?
Are you an Ohio State fan, Nick?
I am an Ohio State fan.
Okay.
But
I don't understand. I don't understand your argument.
I was actually.
You're giving this guy. You're stroking him the whole fucking show, bro.
Listen, I'm not trying to fucking get you excited right now. Tony, did I?
I'm excited, motherfucker. I was born excited.
Did I not say when we were watching those games that I thought Justin Fields impressed the shit out of me?
Why? What was so fucking impressive?
He was like Leonidas in the Battle of 300.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Bro, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy to me is that you know damn well the 12 fucking penalties that San Francisco committed literally dog walked them into the end zone.
Okay. The penalties thing, that's an excuse. That's not a reason. Okay. That's your team. Your team's not supposed to make penalties. Your team makes penalties. That means they played like shit.
My team played like shit.
Okay.
They were undisciplined on defense. I'll totally agree with that. They played great defense actually while the game was being played, but they at the very end they'd fucked that play up by doing some stupid fake pass.
I would give him this argument. I would give him this argument if it was 65 and sunny. I would give him this argument. But you know what? Both teams played in fucking garbage weather. The difference is San Francisco commits 12 fucking penalties. Just giving them the yards.
Their defense in the first half.
Okay, just giving them the yards.
Like me and
they didn't earn that shit.
We're like, this is over.
Carl, did you watch this at all?
I suppose I need to be the neutralizer in this, don't I? Okay.
Not necessarily.
Well, no,
drop some F-bombs, Carl. It's okay.
Right. No, I'm not going to drop F-bombs, okay? I'm going to just take it what I saw, because I was watching I had two screens going. One, I was watching Red Zone. One, I was watching my Pats get the living shit kicked out of us by the Finns. I'll be very honest with you right now. Neither quarterback stood out to me. There were plays that Trey Lance made, which were very nice. But that deep throw to Tyler Kroft, that should have been in the bucket. That would have gone for a touchdown. He had to make that throw.
That was garbage.
And he overthrew it. Okay, simple as.
Was it Carl? Was it really overthrown? If that was Kittle, that's caught.
He threw it like 5 feet over.
If that was to anyone else on that roster, it's caught. I watched that over and over again, and I'm thinking to myself, like, if Kittle was in, that's a catch. It was perfectly thrown.
That was not perfectly thrown. Jesus Christ!
It was perfectly thrown.
Oh my gosh! You need a rocket up his ass to catch that.
All right, keep going, Carl.
Okay, so for me, honestly, it was just a tad overthrown. If Kittle was on the field, yeah, he might have been able to get onto the end of it, but it just looked a bit too far off. But anyway, I digress. All the penalties that the 49ers had, that was just self-inflicted wounds. That was just basically you're trying to. The whole point of when you prepare for this game is be prepared and be disciplined. The 49ers were not disciplined at all in that game at all. There were a few calls that were a little bit question marked, but you kind of shot yourself in the foot repeatedly, giving the Bears more life down the road. And then, and just to add a little bit more insult to injury, you get outdone in the running game from the Bears, not by David Montgomery, but by the backup Khalil Herbert. That's not Khalil, yeah, for fantasy purposes, yeah. But look, Fields made the 2 plays which ended in touchdowns. That's not saying he was good, because he wasn't. I think it was like 102 yards he threw in the second half. That doesn't help one bit. Neither quarterback completed 50% of their throws. Both had a QBR of around about 47-48. This was a game of who was going to make the least amount of mistakes, and unfortunately, the Bears made the least amount of mistakes. If you limit half those penalties, you probably would have won that game. No, actually, I'll correct myself. You would have won that game, but this was a shocker of a result to me. I thought this was a dead cert. I'm glad I didn't put my mortgage on this.
I didn't bet on it. Good thing I didn't.
Now, here's the thing. Like, I'm going to go back to the Pettis touchdown. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like your defense was dominant that game. They should have sacked Fields that play. Fields got away. It was Fields that got away and managed to make that play happen. That's what I'm talking about with Fields. Fields was under duress the entire game. You guys were on his. Your guys' front four was on his ass. And
Lance was under pressure too. Lance was equally under pressure.
He wasn't equally under pressure.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, he was.
Was he equally under pressure?
Yes.
No. It wasn't. I don't think he was equally under. Oh, Jesus Christ! You guys were all over Fields the entire game. I will say, when Trey would try to scramble out, I remember saying to Nick, I've never seen a quarterback. I've never seen a player's shoulder pads out of their jersey so much more than this guy's shoulder pads are out of his jersey. He was taking some fucking shots out there. He
Okay.
He needs to get down. He needs to get down.
And he did. I mean, obviously, Nick couldn't see the TV from where you were sitting. You said it was far. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, because Trey Lance extended drives with his legs. He got out of trouble when there was no protection in the when he had no more protection. He made shit happen.
Like, he may have gotten the first down, but he didn't
Yeah, that's what the fuck you're supposed to do.
But he didn't extend the drive to the point where they were scoring drives.
Okay, Nick, I get it. I mean, you want me to? What the fuck do you want? Yes, it didn't lead to a score. But you know what? All I could ask in a disaster fucking weather, in all that weather, is to see the kid flash. It's all I could see. And you know what? It's all I fucking needed.
Yeah, but
okay?
I didn't see any flashes, is what I'm telling you.
So Izzy made a comment.
I don't care if you see anything. I don't give a fuck if you're blindfolded.
And I'm telling you not to judge him by this, because there are reasons. He could get better.
What the fuck do you know about quarterbacks? Just tell me. Motherfucker, what do you know?
I'm a quarterback.
Since you won your first game since 2004?
Well, you know I'm a quarterback guru.
You're a clown guru. Clown. Bro, where's your nose? Come on, bro. You're not a guru. You're not a guru. You're a clown. Come on, bro. Give us your best impression, bro.
Wow.
Give us your best impression. You're a clown. There it is. Yeah. There it is.
Cocky
Good.
Browns
That's it.
fan. Who would have known?
Send in the cloud.
The Browns, of all the fucking teams in 32 teams, we got a guy who thinks that his team like it's insane to me how you can stand there and you can make your jokes and your criticisms and all your pro fucking assessments when your team is fucking hot garbage.
My team has
Year
never
in,
fired
year out. You
in
sit on a
their-
fucking
in
couch
their-
and you watch San Francisco compete. But you sit there and you talk. Yeah, nothing's coming out, bro. Nothing.
So Izzy said something earlier in the chat. Nick's watching the games through his Jimmy G goggles. I think that's a big. I truly think that she's not far off. I think there's two sets of goggles. There's a set for Trey. Obviously, John's watching through those. There's a set for Nick. He's obviously watching through those. And there's people that aren't watching goggles at all that just see the reality of what the fuck that game really was. I like to think that I am in that section. And I saw some good things from Trey. I didn't see. You're talking about flashes. I didn't see any fucking flashes. I thought he outplayed Justin Fields. I didn't think Justin Fields was shit. So I don't know what Nick's talking about with that. But I also didn't see anything that was. But in the circumstance that he was put in that day, how are you supposed to see anything?
I'm not going to use the weather. I'm not going to be the fan that uses the monsoon in Chicago as an excuse. Okay? Did it complicate the situation? It certainly fucking did. Was the ball wet and weighted? I'm sure it was. I've played games with a weighted ball in the pouring rain. It sucks. Even a soccer ball isn't the same in soaking fucking wet weather. But you know what? I'm not going to make an excuse. We had clear weather. We had a light rain. We put 10 points on the board. We couldn't score in the second half. It is what it is. But the penalties rewarded Fields and the Chicago Bears. So I'm not going to sit here and act like Justin Fields was the best quarterback on the field because he fucking wasn't. He was rewarded fucking penalty after penalty. And they just capitalized on it. Good for you. It is. Good for you. It sucks for a 49er fan. But you know what? Chicago capitalized on our mistakes, and they made something of it. But don't you dare fucking say he was the best quarterback on the field, because he wasn't. He was running for his life, and that's all there was to it. There were opportunities where Trey made great throws. Not two, great throws. Many throws. I'm just not going to see it. Yeah, again, you can fucking lip sync all you want over there, bro. Doesn't change the facts. My biggest mistake, my biggest motherfucking mistake was not bringing some all 22 on this fucking channel tonight to shut you the fuck up. That's it. That's my biggest mistake.
I watched the game yesterday. I don't need all 22 to.
You didn't watch shit.
Yes, I did.
You didn't watch a damn thing.
Yes, I did.
You are just chopping it up. You're just fucking puking out of your mouth, bro. I don't even have anything for you, bro. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
All right.
You're a Browns fan. Stay in your fucking lane.
Where was Ayuk? Where all this Ayuk talk? Where was Ayuk?
He should have been
Okay.
targeted more. I'm with you on that. I mean, he was.
You know what?
No, there was
That's
a
the
play.
First fucking thing out of your mouth that's made fucking sense in 53 fucking minutes.
You guys said how Ayuk was going to make the Pro Bowl.
There was a play.
Oh, yeah.
That was a throw.
Where are we,
towards
Bashar?
Captain
What is this, week 17? I'm sorry, Nick. We're in week 17. Ayuk blew his opportunity for the Pro Bowl. I'm sorry. Keep fucking clowning, bro.
I was trying to say there was a really, really nice throw that Trey Lance had to Ayuk towards the sidelines. An excellent throw. And unfortunately, the bitch ass refs called a fucking push off. It was probably the weakest push off I've ever seen. And if you grew up watching the Dallas Cowboys in the 90s, Michael Irvin used to do way worse and get completions and never get flags thrown. And it was just such a piss poor call, dude. But it's okay. We lost.
I will say,
because Justin Fields outplayed Trey Lance, according to Nick.
I will say, when they made that call, that push off by Ayuk, Nick did look over at me and say, "That's a bullshit call. They should not have called that on."
wow!
I
Okay,
did
Nick.
originally. I did. It wasn't the most egregious push off in the world, but when I saw the replay, he did push off.
Fuck you.
Even Ayuk was smiling because he knew he pushed off.
Ayuk was smiling because it was bullshit. It wasn't. Oh, what the fuck? Who the fuck is smiling? Oh, you got me.
Who's smiling?
You got me.
When something bad goes against.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. You
Usually they
smile
try and-
because you don't. You smile because you disagree with the call.
Usually you try and.
That's
argue.
why you smile.
Usually you smile because you're like, got me.
Okay.
No, the fuck you don't. Oh my god.
You know what it is.
Oh,
Everything
yeah.
I do, I do it. Yeah.
All right. Steelers 23, Bengals 20. What did you see here, Carl?
Steelers had 5 turnovers on Joe Burrow and still ended up in overtime. I don't know whether this was the case of that the Cincinnati Bengals were just they had a bad day at the office, or the Pittsburgh Steelers offense is actually that shit. You can't get any points off the turnovers. That was curious to me. Very curious. Yeah, and no one could kick a field goal to save their life. I mean, Jesus Christ. I know the Bengals long snapper, main long snapper got injured during a certain play. So they had a backup who couldn't snap a twig. That was just, yeah. The Steelers got away with one. The Steelers well and truly got away with that one.
Boswell for
They
the
really
Steelers,
did.
He needs the time clock to be under 5 seconds in order to hit a field goal.
Sounds
He'll always hit a
right.
last second field goal.
Bashar, did you watch this one?
I didn't watch shit after the Niners lost. I didn't watch anything, guys. I really didn't.
Bashar just went into his attic and just
I did. That's exactly what I did.
Busted out old
Baseball
baseball,
matches.
old football cards of Jerry Rice and Joe Montana. All right, John, did you watch Steelers at all?
Yeah, I caught the end, and I it was a shit show. Trubisky's not a good quarterback. I mean, he's not a good quarterback. A backup at best, but I mean, what do you want me to say, dude? After the Bears game, it was really hard to watch any football after that.
This was during
That was. I mean, I was it during that?
Yeah,
It was the 1 o'clock
Yeah, it was.
game.
It was 1
Browns,
o'clock game.
Browns, Carolina, San Francisco, Chicago, and Pittsburgh. Bengals. Yeah, they were They were the 1 o'clock game. I had both games. I had 2 TVs. I had games on, but I got to be honest with you. After that loss, I was sick. It was hard for me to watch anything. But I ended up catching the missed field goal from Cincinnati. Then so Pittsburgh missed one, Cincinnati misses one. Pittsburgh gets another opportunity, right?
I think there was one at
And
the
they
end of
win.
regulation as well that would have
Yeah.
won it.
That was the one that was
that was
the
the
one they
one
missed.
Cincinnati
So
missed.
I really think like the overall thing that I took out of week 1 is preseason actually matters. Having Joe Burrow there for all the offseason stuff during preseason, getting some game type action, it actually fucking matters, especially for a kid that's only going into his 3rd year. Get out there, throw the ball around.
I don't think he was able to get out there.
Well, yeah, they say that. Just miraculously, he's ready for week 1. No, he could have
Yeah,
gone
that's
out there
true.
and got some fucking work in. And I think he came out rusty, and the Steelers took advantage of that. Like Havoc said before, it's week 1. There's always crazy shit that happens week 1. Week 2 comes around. People are a little humbled from week 1, and the ship ends up righting itself. So I think the Bengals bounce back from this, and like, I don't know.
Sorry,
I-
Mal.
I got a
Sorry,
question
Mal.
when you guys are done.
Go on. Sorry, Mel. Got to disagree with you, honey. Mike Tomlin will drag this team kicking and screaming to over 500. He just has a habit of doing that. Okay,
Like,
even with
awesome.
even with Mitchell Trubisky at quarterback, he will drag them kicking and screaming. Also, as well, Cincinnati, they had pretty much a brand new offensive line. Four out of the 5 offensive line were new starters. Probably they haven't gelled properly, and that's probably why there was a lot of communication problems with that O-line and how Joe Burrow just got absolutely manhandled by TJ Watt and co. So that didn't help matters either. So I think that O-line needs a little bit more gelling, a little bit more cohesion. And I think since that will be fine. I think this was just a bad day at the office for them. But the Steelers defense was just absolutely relentless.
But
Carl, I think the same can be said. I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole, but I think the same can be said about San Francisco's offensive line. We're young from left guard, center, right guard. Right? I mean, I think the same can be said. We have to grow. We focus on Trey's growth, but we need to focus on our offensive line needs to grow also. So the 4 of them need reps together. And that's all I'll say about that. But I will say that TJ Watt's not out for the season. This guy's coming back. He's a fucking specimen, dude. This dude's coming back. What? We'll give him maybe 6 weeks?
Yeah, 6 weeks.
Could be sooner.
He ain't coming back in 6 weeks with a torn pectoral.
Nick, you know what? He doesn't need surgery, so I think he'll be back in 6 weeks.
All right, well, have fun playing with.
Want to take a bet? I'll bet you. You want to take a bet?
I mean, he might, if he doesn't need surgery, he might come back, but have fun playing with the torn pec.
Why?
Because a torn pectoral is terrible for.
It wasn't a total tear.
There's a long recovery time for a torn pec, though. I do get that part.
Peachy Brown, thank you for joining us, Peach. I appreciate having you here, man. Thank you so much.
I do want to say shout out to Peachy and a whole bunch of people in the chat. Melissa, I didn't get to say what's up to her. 49ers Lakers for life. Tanya. I saw one of my really, really good friends, Mariah, in there from the 49 Faithfully podcast, and all the Niner fans up in there. You guys know who you are. I was going to say, Carl, you answered my question because I was going to ask, because I know last year Bengals O-line was total shit, yet they went to the fucking Super Bowl. And I was just curious, like why is Joe Burrow throwing 4 interceptions? I was like, that really scratched my head on that one. But again, you said that they brought in some new offensive linemen. I pulled up the stats, saw that he got sacked 7 times, so it wasn't a fun day at the office for the guy.
But all their offensive linemen that they brought in were upgrades. Like their offensive line was good last year.
Massive upgrades, but they need
they spend a lot of money.
But are they veterans that they plugged in, or are they rookies?
Yeah.
I mean,
no, they're veterans.
Really? Wow. I wish we had veterans to plug in our holes. Damn.
They got Karras. They got.
Didn't sound right.
Who else did they get?
I don't know, Izzy. He hasn't showed that yet. He hasn't finished under 500 yet. It's been like 10 years he's been coaching almost. More than that. So until he finishes
JT.
under 500,
I love Mike Tomlin. I'm not going to lie. I think he's a great fucking coach.
I do.
I really do.
He's awesome.
I love that dude. I think he's fantastic.
I think
he makes do with what he's got. I don't think you can criticize that dude for the decisions that he makes because he uses everything in the toolbox. Something I think that some of us could really, really use.
Yeah, Peachy, welcome to the show. I'd like to have Peachy on sometime. She does a lot of good content.
Peachy is busy as hell, man. Between Nitty Gritty Niners, she's got a lot going on. She's awesome, though, and I appreciate her being here with us.
We got Eagles 38, Lions 35. Those Lions.
I did not see this game. I did not see this game. So whoever saw this game, enlighten me, please. Because I'm pulling for this Philadelphia.
I'm surprised the Lions made it so close. I caught the little highlights here and there.
Bashir, the Bengals
Bashar, come on now. Get it right.
Bashar, I'm sorry. They got Lyle Collins at right tackle, and they got
we do not play those games.
And they got Karl.
Goodbye, motherfucker!
You do not ruin a guest's name like that. You do
Bashir,
not do that.
Bashir sounds like a fancy rug.
It's an actual name too. It means the
this?
same thing as my name, but I hate it when people call me that. It's like a huge pet peeve of mine growing up. So
Enough
for the
said.
record.
That's all right, man.
Penalty box.
That penalty box was sponsored by who do we want? You know what? We'll sponsor it by 49er Minded.
There you go.
Okay, hey, there you go.
So Eagles 38.
Oh, you
Lions
get the next
35.
one. No doubt. There'll be many.
I had a lot of fantasy players in this game, so I was paying attention to this game a lot. And I will say those fucking Lions. You guys remember the movie The Goonies when they say Goonies never die? Fucking Lions never die. Those dudes will play to the fucking end of every game. And if you fall asleep, they will catch you fucking sleeping. I love the coach. Go ahead.
They play with heart, they play with passion, they play with tenacity. They use the John Cena metric, never give up. They never ever give up. This team is going to be better. I still think they've got a chance of finishing third in the NFC North. There's no way they're getting any higher than that. But this team has got better. They got two stud tackles, one of them being Penei Sewell, and DeAndre Swift. I mean, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They've got some good weapons. So they got Amon-Ra St. Brown. They've still got TJ Hawkinson.
DJ Shark was a
You mean the wannabe George Kittle, TJ Hawkinson?
DJ Chark showed up.
TJ
He got a lot of targets.
I'm just saying he went to Iowa. Just like it's a joke. He went to the same school as George Kittle.
Nah, TJ Hawkinson is a poor man's version of George Kittle. So,
John, are you keep taking him out?
I am surprised that the Lions fought so hard in that game. I didn't watch the game. I saw some highlights, but I'll tell you this: I am envious. I'm not gonna drop another F-bomb, but I'm envious that the Eagles have freaking Jordan Davis on their team. That guy is a mountain of a man at D tackle, and he ran like a 4.8 40 at 350 pounds, damn near. I wish he was on my squad.
They've basically got a Fletcher Cox 2.0 with having Fletcher Cox still on the team. That's just unfair.
Yeah.
That being said, the Detroit
John, are you
Lions
muted?
were able to run on them.
I was, goddammit. Are we talking about the interception?
What interception? Are you still talking about 49ers shit? What's going on here?
No, the Philly game. I saw highlights. There was an interception by
I got the stat sheet in front of me. We'll find out in a second.
No. He's a lineman, dude. He's just a physical fucking athlete.
On the Lions?
No, on Philadelphia.
I don't think I got the stat sheet in front of me.
I thought Philadelphia was going to be incredible against the run, but
I could be wrong.
The Detroit
a
Lions
DB
ran
picked
well.
out a DB got an interception in that game, bro. It wasn't a lineman.
This was not a DB. This DB was going 320.
I mean, because I got the stat sheet pulled up in front of me. It just says James Bradbury had an interception for the Eagles.
I could have the wrong game. I could be just could just
Nick,
be a little blood
the
pressure.
Eagles could still have a good run defense, but I think people are underestimating the run offense for the Detroit
Daniel's
Lions.
here.
Swift
Hi,
is
Daniel.
a madman. Swift is a madman, and they improved that
144.
offensive line.
Daniel got
okay,
spanked.
let's go.
Oh, Karl! This is
There
your
you go. He can speak on this game.
Oh, bread and butter here. I
Flipper.
love that Dolphins.
Fucked over
Hey,
by a
the
mammal.
Dolphins are kind of
Yeah.
cute, right? With those little squeaks they do.
They are
fucked-
they're
fuck-
cute.
Fucked over by a mammal. Great.
Laney, thank you for joining us. This was Laney's first locker room rant episode.
Okay,
She's
okay.
hitting the sack. Thank you so much, Laney, for joining us. Laney
Laney.
is from the Kingdom Live podcast over there with Scott, Bo, and Nick. She's been awesome tonight. Thank you for joining us tonight, Laney.
There you go.
We
Thanks
appreciate
for
having
joining,
you.
Laney. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right, so let's hear it. Let's hear it, Carl. 7-20.
Yeah, this offense is a mess. Is an absolute mess. More to the point, the offensive line is a mess. Mac Jones basically had 3 or more seconds on 3% of his dropbacks to get rid of the ball, which is the most in the NFL, which it's just simply not good enough. I've never seen Trent Brown had a worse game since he's come back from the Patriots. That was a terrible game plan from him. On the strip sack, David Andrews had his man. James Ferentz at left guard had his man, and then Trent Brown was just basically a parking cone to let the linebacker off the edge and just literally blitz off Mac Jones. It was just a terrible display from the offense. I predicted we go 10-7 for wild card, but after watching that performance, I'm now more pessimistic than I am optimistic. I think this is going to be like pulling teeth. It's going to be a long season for us, and the questions are now going to start to be raised very soon on Belichick and the way that he runs it, that he runs this team. Because I don't. Defensively, we were excellent. If you actually look at the box score, we held the Dolphins to 13 points on offense, which is if you held a defense to 13 points, you'd take that.
Yep.
You would absolutely take that. We stopped Tyreek Hill for 94 yards on about 12 attempts, which is decent. Carl Duggar, I thought he had an amazing game, excluding the 4th and 7 play right at the end, where Mike McDaniel just went balls to the wall on that play. Originally, we were going to say, right, don't draw offside, and in the end, he ended up going for the 3 at half court and fucking sunk it. and that was pretty much game over. Yeah, it was just a hard game to watch. Mac Jones had some questionable throws, to say the least. The jump top ball for Devontae Parker, I don't know if that was on Mac Jones or whether Parker should have been more aggressive. There was a slight little tug of the jersey by Xavier Howard, but I don't think it was enough to cause Parker any problems. He needed to be a bit more aggressive on that catch, but it was a poor result. We were disciplined. We didn't have, I think, like 3 or 4 penalties on the game, so we were disciplined. But our communication and on the offensive line was just absolutely dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. We have to do better against the Steelers. Otherwise Mac Jones is going to end up in a fucking box.
What about Mac Jones? Because I heard he had some serious injury after the game, and they were throwing around Jimmy G trade rumors to the Pats. But I don't hear such ramblings going on today. So did he get injured? I don't know. Clear this up for me.
Right. Okay. So he had an injury to his back in the 4th quarter with a sack. He went in for an X-ray.
I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah, he went in for an X-ray. It came back negative. It was just basically back spasms that he had. So they're going to see how he gets on for this week. He should be good to go to play. So it's not. So
we spared you then. We spared you. We're not trading Jimmy to you guys.
No.
Hey, Carl.
Yeah.
I have one question. I have one question. We really didn't pay attention to this game as much as we did the other games.
Not many people did.
We had a lot going on. But you said about the offensive line was poor. How'd that guard that you guys drafted in the 1st round do?
Cole Strange had the best PFF grade out of all our O-linemen.
Because that was a controversial pick.
Strange to say the least.
Because everything PF says is true, right?
I could do puns as good as you. But no, I thought Cole Strange had a decent game. Him and David Andrews had a really decent game. Heard nothing from Isaiah Wynn, which is what you'd like to hear from a tackle.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No news is good news. But yeah, the communication and the way we're running up this new type of Kyle Shanahan scheme on the offensive line, it's going to take more than just a training camp and pre-season to get this one to gel properly. This isn't personnel.
If you guys are running the Kyle Shanahan scheme with Trenton Brown in the lineup, that's not a good idea because that's why Kyle got rid of Trenton Brown, unless Trenton Brown has stepped up and made adjustments to his game. But it just didn't seem like a system fit at the time when we had him, at least.
No, yeah, it was just an awful display to watch. Carl, none of our receivers could get open. Go on, mate.
When about a year and some change ago, I made a comment on the show that the Patriots did not have weapons. And John told me you wanted to fly to the United States and have like a West Side Story knife fight with me. Because I made that
Karl.
comment.
Karl, knife fight.
Now, having
Probably
said
get kicked
that,
off YouTube for that.
Yeah.
having said that, do you still think you have weapons?
I still think we got some weapons, but I think Matt Jones needs a little bit more time in the pocket for his receivers to eventually get open. When you're having to drop back and throw literally within 1.5 seconds, you've got no time. So I think that was an issue. What I don't understand was Kendrick Bourne had 2 snaps. Kendrick Bourne had 2 snaps throughout the entire game. And the 2
Karl,
plays
hold that thought. Karl, hold that thought. I need you to hold that thought. We have to wish a happy birthday to a chief, to a fellow chief. This is his wife Stephanie's birthday.
Happy birthday, yo! Happy birthday, yo!
Tony, where you at?
What happened to the song?
I think he's lost signal.
Tony, why are you frozen?
Tony, what happened, bro?
Did you get too excited during the happy birthday dance? During the pirate?
Did he break? Did he break something?
Oh, Tony's frozen. Okay, Tony. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to redo that birthday dance when Tony comes back.
I don't know. He looks like he's about to give somebody the finger.
He does. Tony, come back to us.
We can't do it without
Oh,
you.
Tony. He'll be back. Yeah. Oh, did you see my comment in the chat? I was saying Tony's voice would have been perfect for a narrator from that show Tales from the Dark Side, if you guys remember that show.
Tales from the Crypt.
Well, there was Tales from the Dark. Was it Tales from the Dark Side? I'm pretty sure it was called that. Hang on. I used to watch it all the time. It was in the 80s. Tales from the Dark Side.
So, or
Yeah, it was
anything
Tales
else?
from the Dark Side. Yep. There's
Anything
Tales from the
else?
Crypt too.
Karl, finish that. Finish that part. Finish what you were saying, my man.
Yeah, Kendrick
Sorry,
Bourne.
Karl.
Yeah, Kendrick Bourne only had 2 snaps throughout that entire game. And the two plays he had were both catches and both were explosive plays. We are
I love
talentless
KB, man.
we are talentless at the receiver position. And only Kendrick Bourne can make those explosive intermediate routes that can actually push the ball down the field and get chunk plays. He's the only person that can do that. It just bewildered me. It just
Stop
absolutely
touching
bewildered me.
There's Tony.
There we
Nick!
There he is.
Wait, dude, we're changing the password.
What the hell?
There it is.
You know what? I don't know what that pirate happy birthday song did to my computer, but it like shut me all the way down. It was wild.
Should we finish it? Should we actually do the actual?
Yes, Stephanie deserves a happy birthday song. Finish.
Yeah,
we gave
let's do the
Stephanie
happy
happy
birthday song,
birthday.
guys.
Hold on. Keep talking. Finish the thought. I have to
Alright.
pull everything back up.
So what is it with Kendrick Bourne? Because he's just not happy with his role, or what's going on?
Well,
Tales of
no,
the
well,
Crypt.
right, okay. So if you saw or heard about it during training camp in pre-season, he had a bit of a scuffle with a fan. Not with a fan.
I didn't know
sorry,
about
beg your
that.
pardon, with a Panthers player. It ended up him getting ejected out and didn't play in the preseason game against the Panthers. I thought if that was the reason, I thought that's a bit freaking selfish. That's a bit stupid, frankly. It's gone on for way too long. You're now in the regular season. Just get with the game. But apparently, Kendrick Bourne missed a team meeting with Matt Patricia. And that was the reason being why he got benched and only played 2 snaps in the game.
Uh-huh.
That was the reason. Look, I know he has a little bit of an attitude issue, and I know he's more of a character type of player, if you get what I mean. But then so was Antonio Brown, and you still put him out on the field.
I always saw Kendrick Bourne as more of a happy-go-lucky type character. I never saw him as a hothead or as a cancer type. Even though his celebrate, I mean, he catches a 5-yard pass. Next thing you know, he's doing a dance and he's spinning the ball. It's like, it's only 5 yards, buddy. Like, relax, guy. But I'm just saying, I always saw him as a happy-go-lucky type character. Not necessarily a cancer where he'd cause turmoil or anything like that. like Antonio Brown. That's pretty extreme if you're going to compare him to Antonio Brown.
No, I
All
love
right.
Kendrick Bourne. I do like him, but we have to do better against the Steelers this week. We have to.
All right, let's do this one last time.
All right.
Stephanie, happy birthday from the locker room brand.
Oh, yo, ho, happy birthday, yo, ho, happy birthday, yo, ho, happy birthday to you.
Arr.
Arr. Happy
God,
birthday.
Nick. God damn it.
Happy
birthday. Love
We have a
pirates on
fish
this show.
whisperer in the house. My
A
God,
cat-
we
a
have
catfish
two
whisperer?
quarters of the we have 2/4 of the Kingdom Live podcast with us tonight.
Kingdom Live represents.
Whoever that is, that person's a Bears fan.
No, he's not. He's a Kansas City fan. His name is Scott, and he's just
Wow.
here to troll me and make
I thought
me
it was a
feel
girl
good.
at first, to be honest with you. That's why I said that person.
No, it's Scott.
Bears.
It's Scott.
All right, Ravens 24, Jets 9. Guys, we're at an hour 20, and we have like 20 more games to fucking get to.
Oh my god!
I
All right, we'll
I
run
need
through
to get
go.
I need to fucking get the bad. Like, all right, Ravens 24, Jets 9. I don't give a shit about this game. The game went exactly how I thought it would go.
Yeah, Jets were
Except for
bad,
maybe
Ravens-
some
Okay.
John.
No, just Lamar's playing for a contract. He's out there lighting it up. For those of anyone that thinks that Lamar cannot throw the ball, you are sadly mistaken.
Karl.
Yeah, this is straightforward. I had the Ravens to actually slap the Jets, but this wasn't a slap fest. This was the Jets actually tried to make it as competitive as they possibly could. But when you got Joe Flacco at quarterback, that's where the fun stops.
Exactly. He was a sitting duck back
When's
there.
Zach Wilson coming back?
They said he's going to be out for 4 games.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, I just pulled up the stat line. He had 300 yards, albeit in a losing effort. But yeah, I wouldn't want Joe Flacco as my quarterback. Today's Joe Flacco, that is, at least.
Absolutely. All right. That was a dog shit game. Into this dog shit game, Jaguars 22, Commanders 28. Karl, we'll start with you, buddy. What'd you see in this one?
I thought this was going to be the one that actually the underdog would actually go out and win. Fucking bounce it to him. Wentz actually pulled it out of his ass. 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Here's what I'll say. Okay, the Jags, they're very happy to the fact that they got Doug Peterson. It wasn't really Doug Peterson though that really led them to a Super Bowl. It was Frank Reich who was the offensive coordinator, and you were playing against a Matt Patricia defense. Not that hard. Since I saw something that actually quite bewildered me, actually. Since Frank Reich left to go to Indianapolis, Doug Peterson's record without Frank Reich was 22-25. He's an under 500 coach. Well done, Jags. You're going to win 6 games. Whoop-de-fucking-do.
He's spinning that ball he's spinning that ball real cocky when he throws those stats out there, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
I love this guy. I love this fucking guy.
Coffee.
Dude just brings stats. It's like 3 a.m. over there. He's just filled with stats. This is incredible.
Hey,
Carl,
he's doing
you
a great
drank
job
barely a
because
quart of
I told
coffee.
you once the Niners lost, I didn't give a shit about the NFL for the rest of the day or whatever. So he's picking up the slack here.
Carson Wentz looked good, guys, but I think he always does. Like week 1, he'll end up falling.
He's very hit or miss, Carson Wentz.
The worst defense lost this game.
He'll bail out the team of his income. He'll bail out the team at some stage, but he'll also fall into his own bear trap.
You're absolutely right on that. We forgot to mention Mariah's fantasy football league.
Okay.
Can we talk about that real quick?
Oh, yeah.
Out of 14 people, the top 3 of the top 4 teams are on this show right now. Representing the
true?
locker room rant. I'm in
I
first.
hate
gotta
fantasy
check. I knew-
football.
I-
I hate fantasy football, but if I would have known that you guys were all in the same league, I would have joined just for the sake of camaraderie or whatever.
Oh, we'll get
Straight
your
up
ass in there.
collusion. Straight up collusion. If you 3 at the top, fucking hell.
Not our league. It's the Faithful League podcast league.
Yeah, that's good.
I I played that loose cannon Lynx.
Yeah,
Managed
it
to
was.
defeat him.
All right, let's keep this going. Dog shit game. All right, here you go, Nick. Let me play the little fucking sound
here we go.
for you.
Here we go. There's a Panthers fan in the chat, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Here we go again. It's the Cleveland Browns and it's first and 10.
So get on your feet and let the games begin.
Wow.
Here we go again.
The Cleveland Browns have a fight song. What's going on? I didn't know they had an actual
yeah.
song. Wow.
A lot of things
All right.
you don't know about the Browns. Bashar.
What was that?
So there's a lot of things you don't know about the Cleveland
There,
Browns.
there probably is. Don't educate me on them. I'll pass.
They've always had a fight song. The problem is that they've been unable to use it since Tim Couch was the quarterback.
This has actually happened in like 1999. I've been able to play it too much.
Oh,
Nick.
Ryan, that's so funny.
Nick, talk about your
Straight
fucked
up.
up team. Go.
This game went exactly how we think this is going to go till Deshaun comes back. We ran the ball effectively with Chubb and Hunt. We played good defense with the exception of 4 plays. And one thing I will say is Stefanski needs to get his hat out of his ass and kick field goals when you can kick field goals. Quit going for it on 4th down. Stop it. Kick the fucking field goal. You got a field goal kicker that can kick it from 70. Kick the field goal when you can kick the field goal. But other than that, I was happy with the game. Other than those 4 plays that we blew it. One thing I will say about Baker Mayfield though is, and the Panthers in general, the Panthers aren't scrubs. They're going to win some games this year. So people act like, oh, you just beat the Panthers. No, the Panthers are improved.
What you know about rolling
And
down in the
they're gonna
deep?
be-
When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze.
They're an okay team.
I love when Nick talks because it gives me a chance to work on all my fucking sounds.
On your soundboard.
Me too. I get to
Target
boo him the whole
practice.
time.
But want to know? I'll take it. We need 6 till Deshaun comes back.
How did Myles Garrett do? I'm just curious.
2 sacks.
2 sacks, damn. Is there anybody else helping him out on that D line, or he just does it all by himself?
I mean-
The Browns are Myles Garrett.
We were able to get pressure early with our D line, but late we kind of relaxed and backed off, and it allowed Baker to have a little bit more success.
Nick Chubb is obviously the guy. Would you be
Hunt.
okay with
Kareem
if
Hunt
they
and-
trade away Kareem Hunt?
No, absolutely not.
Nah, Kareem. I think you keep hold of Kareem Hunt. He is the change. He is the dynamic change
They
that you
work
have as
perfectly.
as the 3rd down passing back.
Well, he's not even just a 3rd down passing back. He can run the ball extremely well.
Oh yeah, of course he can. course he can.
So it's just a great change of pace between the 2 backs.
Like Kyle Shanahan has a great resume. He's been to Super Bowls as coordinators and head coach. So when he does goofy shit, he at least has a resume to back up his goofy shit. Stefanski does some shit that like he doesn't even have a fucking resume to go with that.
Yep.
This motherfucker goes for it on 4th down more than I've ever seen a team go for it in my life. And his percentage on getting first downs
Horrible.
is fucking terrible. It makes
like
no
10%.
sense. And they're always in field goal range. They're always in field goal range. So
It's a
I
bit
wonder
like
how many
last
of those.
He's like Nathaniel Hackett.
I gotta see.
No,
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 if that's the case,
no.
I'd love
It's a
to
bit-
watch a Browns game with you. Just so I can laugh at you getting
It's
pissed at them going on 4th.
It's a bit like last season with the Chargers, wasn't it? With Brandon Staley, keep going for
Yes.
the 4th down all the time. Kevin Stefanski sits there and goes, "You know what? We need that this
Yeah,
season."
there was that one game that they
Yeah.
played the Chargers, and those 2 idiots kept going for it on 4th down.
I was saying,
Punter
yeah,
never fucking punted.
I was going to say that would tear your hair out, but obviously you don't have any. So
No, it's quite full of beer. No, but yeah, like I said, like I know JT thinks they got robbed, but the Browns dominated 3/4 of that game. Either way, like if the Browns kick the field goal in the first quarter on their first drive, you don't even have that chance. So
All right, moving on. Shut up, Nick.
Yeah, good job, buddy.
Here we go again. It's the Cleveland Browns and it's first and 10.
So get on your feet and let the games begin. Here we go again.
I puked in my mouth. I kind of threw up in my mouth because of that.
Colts 20, Texans 20.
What?
Tie.
Garbage.
Tie?
This fucking
What?
game lost me. I got a strike in a Survivor League because of this fucking garbage game right here.
Did you get
I gave you a strike.
You're alive.
Yep. Ties are not wins. They are strikes.
And they shouldn't be.
Fucking right they shouldn't be, but it is. And I lost this one. I got one strike already. Garbage.
All right, what'd you guys see
I
in this one? Obviously,
Well-
Jonathan Taylor did his thing. Matt Ryan didn't look that great. The Colts
Pittman Jr.
defense, I thought, looked shitty. The Texans actually looked like a fucking football team, which I was not expecting this year. What'd you guys see, Carl?
I don't know whether or not the Colts just were having a rough day or the Texans are actually better than what we think they are. Yeah, this was a hard game. This was a hard game to kind of break down because Matt Ryan didn't have a good game. There was a pass fray to Pittman Jr. who should have caught it in the end zone. He ended up dropping it. So there's your reason why you tied in that game there. The Texans are going to be one of those teams that they're going to be in games, they're going to be competitive, but they're not going to win that many. So they could be very, very fortunate that they actually tied this game.
Yeah, I think
So-
towards the end they were actually playing for the tie. I know the Colts in overtime missed a long field goal. That Blankenship dude with the stupid goggles missed a
He got-
long field goal.
Yeah,
And
Blankenship
it-
got waived, by the way.
Oh, did he?
Blankenship got waived.
Wow, I didn't even hear that.
No way, dude. Are you kidding
got-
me? I got to get a kicker.
Hang on. Let me.
Carl, did you make that shit up?
No,
Is the
listen.
coffee hitting wrong?
No, I posted on my group chat. Hang on, where was it? There we go.
I'm
It's
not in
from
the group
fan-
chat.
Never said you was, you twat.
Oh my God, he is. Carl, he is. He is.
How long was that field goal?
Oh shit, the Colts waved him. Look, he's
It
fucking
was like a
goners.
50-yarder, 55.
They waived him
Yeah.
after that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's pretty
wow.
rough.
I think he might have missed something else during the game. I don't
Carl,
know.
if you didn't say anything to me about this, I would have never have known until Saturday night when I was getting my roster ready.
Didn't he have like anxiety or depression issues or something like that?
He had some stupid glasses. I know that.
I need a kicker.
All right,
Ouch.
guys, I don't care about this game. I think we should probably just skip on over to the Giants and Titans, huh?
Yes.
Giants 21, Titans 20. If I were to give a game ball out for the player of the week, I'd probably give the game ball to Saquon Barkley. He looked
He was a
fucking.
beast.
He looked like the Saquon Barkley we've been waiting for since year one.
Mhm.
He looked unbelievable. In this Giants team as a whole, new coach. I think they look like they look good. They look good.
Coach you're familiar with.
It's true.
But Daniel Jones is still Daniel Jones. Sorry, I don't think Brian Dable is going to turn Daniel Jones into bloody Josh Allen in the space of a season. I
Yeah,
don't think it. I don't think it will happen.
But they have a good defense, and if they can keep this run game going, they might have a shot of being pretty decent.
I got a question for Nick.
That go on.
So Nick, let's role play here. All right, so you're the head coach of the New York Giants,
Mm-hmm.
and since all Jimmy does is win, 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 like T-Pain said, would you make a trade to the San Francisco Giants and be like, hey, give us Jimmy?
I mean, I would rather have Jimmy than Daniel Jones, but A, would depend what the cost was, but B, I don't think that they're going to do that. I got to be
And
honest.
I would too.
I got to be honest. I don't think San Francisco wants to give up Jimmy.
All I do is win, win, win. no matter what.
I don't think we're even going to be
You know what?
talking
You
about.
know what, Bashar?
talking about
I
Jimmy.
can't even fucking disagree with him on that. I truly believe by their actions that they don't want to give, they will not part ways with him. I believe that. I agree with him.
You think the 49ers win part? Well, I mean,
Nope.
I thought they
I
might.
don't.
I mean, the funny, Steve Young goes on and on to say that, that like, he's like, he thinks that all Jimmy's doing is just taking a back seat to Trey Lance because he took that massive pay cut and he's not out there fighting and yelling and screaming, saying, "Hey, I need to be a starter somewhere in this league." So it's almost like Jimmy's just accepting his role and sitting back and just like,
Because
he's like, whatever.
nobody believes that narrative. Nobody
don't-
believes that Jimmy is a starter in the league.
I don't
They could have come for him and they didn't. And frankly, I think that Kyle and John begged him to stay because those two asshats don't trust Trey. I believe that.
That's what I'm thinking. Honestly, I think
What about the Cowboys? Do you
49ers
think the Cowboys are interested with Dak going down? That's what I heard today.
Do
No.
you think they believe in Rush? What's his name?
Cooper Rush.
Christian Rush or something like that.
Cooper Rush. Do you think they believe in Cooper Rush? Can they
I'd rather
really
have him,
afford to
be-
tank another season?
To be honest, John, Cooper Rush, he did play in one game, was it, when Dak went down injured? I can't remember who it was now. I think it was against Minnesota.
And they won.
He actually played decent.
Yeah, I think
I
they
He
remember
actually
that
played
game.
decent.
I remember that game, but this is not the same Cooper Rush. They look like ass.
If
Cooper
there was a
Rush
yeah.
isn't going to get it done, Carl, for the next. I know that backups should play about 2-3 games tops, but I mean, I don't believe that Dak, like all of the timelines on all these injuries, Elijah Mitchell, Dak Prescott, TJ Watt. I'm not buying the timelines on these players. George Kittle, I'm not buying the timeline on these injuries because honest to God, you need these players at 100. And the timeline that they're offering for these players, they'd be at like 60, 70%. And that's just going to end up biting you in the ass the rest of the season. All those men mentioned.
100%.
I truly believe. Go ahead.
100%. Jerry Jones turned around and said that Dak Prescott will be back in 4 weeks. He's having surgery on his thumb, on his throwing hand.
That's what I'm saying.
That needs longer. It needs to be much longer than that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're going to have to do something about Cooper Rush because Cooper Rush looked terrible against the Bucks.
If you was the Cowboys organization, would you make a phone call to Ryan Fitzpatrick and bring him out of retirement?
Hell yeah.
I mean,
I'd rather instead of Fitzpatrick, I think they should call what's his face?
I mean, I heard a couple rumblings, but I think you're hearing rumbling.
Carl.
If you
I
say
think you're
Cam
hearing
Newton,
rumblings.
you're tripping.
No. I saw Cam Newton's name tossed out.
He's washed. He's done.
Yeah, he's done.
He's washed.
I think
Philip
everyone.
Rivers.
I think Rivers ain't coming back.
Nah, he's happy with his 9 children. Or
Yeah,
how many he's got, I don't know.
Call Breeze. Call Breeze. See if Breeze will come out of retirement.
I think Breeze ain't coming out of retirement.
Breeze isn't going to come out.
I don't think that San Francisco would ever trade Jimmy in the conference, especially to the Cowboys.
I mean, usually they don't trade the division, but you could trade in the conference. But I don't think they want to get rid of Jimmy. I honestly don't.
And I agree. And it makes me want to vomit all over myself. But
Listen, you know what?
I thoroughly believe
Now is the time where you just fucking throw your quarterback out there and you say, we have an offensive line that's strong, one of the best in the leagues. Turn around, hand the fucking ball off to Zeke and Tony Pollard and let them take control of this fucking game.
Yeah, but their offensive
That's-
line's not that great anymore.
That's what it's time to do.
Their best
Was it-
offensive lineman got hurt for the year.
What was it? It was Tyron Smith, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tyron Smith. Yeah, he's out till December.
Oh, till
That's your blindside blocker.
there could be something on the horizon because San Francisco worked out a quarterback named Ben Kurt.
Oh, he was ex Packer. He played for. He was on the Packers practice squad.
Ben
Who
Kurt?
the fuck is Kurt?
Exactly.
Benkert?
Exactly.
And why are you trying him out? Maybe they are shipping Jimmy off to Dallas. What could Dallas have offered San Francisco for Jimmy right now to salvage the season? What could they have offered?
I don't know.
Where the fuck else would he go?
I don't know. Maybe they're just really
Pittsburgh?
interested in Kurt Benkert.
Because I don't think that you would move. I don't think you would move Jimmy to Dallas for 5 weeks. Let's say that Dak is out. Let's say 5 weeks. Dak comes back. What's Jimmy doing? Sitting there, fucking rubbing your hands.
Same thing he's doing now.
Yep.
Trying on Stensons and cowboy boots.
And honestly, like if Jimmy were to go anywhere right now, it would be Pittsburgh, right?
No.
No, because they got Kenny Pickett.
Why?
When they as soon as they know that Trubisky's done with him and their short leash on him is done, they will go to Kenny Pick-Six. They will.
Trubisky
Kenny
sucks,
Pick-Six.
and Pickett is probably not ready to make a run.
Pick it to Pickens, baby.
So what? So Pittsburgh's just gonna fucking say fuck it. Let's run with the rookie.
I think.
I mean, so we bring in this fucking no name. We bring in this no name from wherever, from Mars, might as well say. And
You talking about Kirk Benkert?
there has to be some context to this move, right?
How dare you talk about Kurt Benkert like that?
I'm telling you, there's got to be a reason why they're trying out a quarterback. Jimmy's either on the move to say Dallas or Pittsburgh.
I don't think Jimmy's going anywhere.
I got news for you.
I
After that week one
hope he is.
performance, they're probably hesitant to trade him right now.
Tony, come on, bro.
I'm dead serious. I'm
Take
totally
that
agree
back.
with Tony.
Don't do that. Take that back.
I take it back.
There's nothing wrong with that week one performance.
They have put-
That is.
They have
that's-
put the hammer near the glass. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, and you know where my hammer is about to fucking crack you right upside the head.
Grab the chain, John.
I will choke you with this. This is heavy grade metal. I will choke you with this.
All right, good news,
You know,
guys. We
the
finally
thing is that I could stop my camera, I could leave my home, and I could choke you with this on camera. You wouldn't even see it coming.
Yeah, but
I'm
everyone
like a
else
ninja.
you can't jail for murder. Murderer.
trust me. No one that watches this show would turn him in.
You are a fucking pussy. You would die.
No one's snitching on John. All right, we finally made it to the 4:00 slate of games. Jeez.
Hey, we're making progress here, guys.
Yeah. Packers 7, Vikings 23. I saw a frustrated Aaron Rodgers out there. I saw a frustrated offensive team. I don't think they did much right on offense out there. One of the first plays from scrimmage for the Packers was a drop the ball, a deep pass that would have been a touchdown.
Christian
guys-
Watson.
Oh, that
Christian
was a
Watson.
catch. That was a
Yeah.
catch. The rookie should have had that. He should have put that
I
in the bucket.
wanted the
and that-
49ers to draft him because he was Trey Lance's teammate at North Dakota State, and I was dying for us to get him, but I knew we wouldn't.
That was the most logic. That would have been logical. That would have made the most sense.
They didn't have a pick that had
They
to get
picked
him.
him up just before us, didn't they?
Well, no, because when the Packers got him was right when the first round ended, and I believe it was like the first pick or the second pick of the second round. So the only way we would have gotten him is had we traded up for him.
Aaron Rodgers ain't gonna want him too much longer.
After that play,
Well, he's going to have to. He's going to have to because you signed this lucrative new 4-year deal, whatever it was, how much the Packers paid the fucking idiot, and you let Devontae Adams walk. He was the main
Carl,
target.
he signed that contract while he was on ayahuasca or ayusaka, or whatever that fucking.
What, the Pat
drink
McAfee
was.
show?
No, dude, Rodgers signed a contract to throw the ball to a bunch of nobodies, with the exception of Lazard.
I think that's Sammy.
that's
Watkins.
a good thing. I hate it.
Oh, he signed
They
his
did get
contract.
Sammy
He signed
Watkins.
his contract. He signed his contract prior to Devontae Adams leaving.
Yeah, exactly.
So he didn't know
Oh.
Devontae. He
So,
didn't know
so because
Devontae
of that, so because of that, Devontae, you know, that's their own fault. But now he's got to work with a load of rookies. Good luck, because
I do
he,
want to.
I don't think Christian Watson's a bust. This is way too early to have a
you can't.
reaction about that. That is, let's punch the brakes on Christian Watson because I think he's going to be somebody in this league eventually.
Well, Rodgers hates mistakes and hates rookies too. So
fuck him. Who cares about Aaron Rodgers?
I do want to caution people when they think that the Packers might be finished, because let's remember week 1 of last year with the Packers. They got shut the fuck out by the New Orleans Saints
On a
and we
neutral
thought,
field.
oh, the Packers aren't going to be anything and the Saints are going to be awesome. Well, neither of those things happened. Packers were really good and the Saints were kind of shitty. So maybe the Packers would start off slow.
This is why I predicted the Vikings would win this game, because the Packers start off slow, and now the Vikings have got a competent coach, i.e. in Kevin O'Connell, who was the OC of the Rams last year. This team's going to go places. Justin Jefferson is going to have a fucking hell of a season.
He's amazing.
A hell of a
Dude,
season.
He's amazing.
He is amazing. Dalvin Cook's going to have a brilliant season. I think this defense of the Vikings as well, it's going to be even better. Don't sleep on them. Do not sleep on the Vikings this season.
All right. Tony, next.
Nick, are you still going to do the gritty for us?
No.
Yes.
Do
Yes,
it. You gotta
he
do
is.
it. Nick, do it. Do it. You gotta do
Do
it.
the gritty. I didn't study
Nick, you
it.
gotta do it.
Oh.
Nick,
Come
we
on,
have
Nick.
13. We have tons. Just do the gritty. Take a second, learn the gritty, and do the gritty. Just do it for us.
Come on, Nick.
One of these days I may do the gritty. Today ain't that
No,
day.
dude, you got to do.
No,
these.
your
This is
team
the gritty.
won. Your team won.
Come
You
on, do
better.
the gritty.
Your team doesn't win too many times, so you better do
My
it. Your
team
team
doesn't
won
do
this
the
week.
gritty.
Do the fucking gritty.
I won't do the gritty. I don't want to do the gritty because you want me to do the gritty.
You're such a pussy.
You're such a pussy. All right. Chiefs 44, Cardinals 21. Wow.
That's good.
This game was awesome.
It's always good when the Cardinals lose.
I don't think we need to spend too much time on this game.
No Tyreek Hill, no problem.
Mahomes is great. Kelsey's
all right.
great.
It's all right. He'll just throw to 3 different tight ends. No problem.
And you know what? I know the concern the how do you say his name? Pacheco?
Pachenko or something like that. Pachenko. It
Those
sounds
are
like
just
a,
terrible.
it sounds like
with
sounds like a character from
Listen.
Death Race or something on those.
With
lines.
respect to the Kingdom Live podcast, they were a little bit worried about who was going to run the rock at times. Listen, the run game in Kansas City is not at all hurting right now.
No.
I think
just
they're
don't-
going to be
Is
just
the
fine.
Cardinals defense
They-
ass because they give up 5 touchdowns from Mahomes? That's crazy, man.
They didn't use the things with the Chiefs. They don't use the running game as a normal way that most NFL franchises do.
Mhm.
They use a little bit of the running game, but it's mostly all play action and jet sweeps across. That's how they get That's how they get separation off the running back.
Yep.
There will come a time where they will get stuffed, but then Mahomes is capable of actually pulling the magic horseshoe out of his ass anytime in the game.
Yeah, we know.
But
we
that-
know.
But
Pacheco.
Pacheco, okay.
Pacheco, Pacheco.
Yeah. This Chiefs team is not going anywhere. This Chiefs team is just simply not going anywhere. Despite the fact they got an absolute malcontent at a receiver who prefers to do TikTok dances and actually play fucking football. But I digress.
Wait. Who does the TikTok videos?
Juju Smith.
Oh, Juju Smith-Schuster. Wow.
Yeah.
So just when I
You know
thought
who this is right here? The
Yes,
homie
it's
to go?
Scott. It's Scott.
No, it's Scott's brother.
Oh, Scott's brother. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, but my apologies.
Scott is the fish whisperer. He's coming in here taking shots on the DL.
just when I thought Buffalo wouldn't have to get past the Chiefs this year.
You got to. You're gonna have to, Sunshine. You're gonna have to.
We're gonna have to face those. We're gonna have to face those demons, and we're gonna have to just go blow to blow with them and come out victorious.
What week is that? 5? Is that week 5?
I forget.
If
Is
it's
that,
week
is
four,
that is the
If it's week 4, I'm staying in London for it because that's going to be a crazy game.
That's going to
I
be.
cannot wait. That's
gonna
actually
be
one
an
of my
awesome
favorite.
game.
That's one of my most. That's actually one of the most anticipated football games that I can possibly look forward to. Like, is it me or do I just like fade into Trey Lance at times? It's incredible. I feel the power. Like I just fade. Look at me fading. I'm fading into Trey.
You do tend to get attracted to mediocrity.
You love Trey, don't you?
I do. I love Trey. I feel like yes. Just big hugs. Big hugs for Trey. Look at me.
That's my quarterback.
Look at me. Look at me disappearing into Trey. Look, I become Trey.
You're becoming drunk.
I'm Trey. Look at me. I'm Trey.
You drank.
Becoming
too
a
much.
Trey.
You wear him for a second.
You're becoming
It's like
perfect.
an apparition or something.
Raiders 19, Chargers 24.
Good.
Um,
I hate the Raiders.
What'd you see here? Bashar, start us off. Did you watch this one?
I told you I didn't watch games because I was pissed. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
You just took your
Trey,
ball
dude,
and went home.
Bashar literally just shut down, bro. He just closed his mind to the rest of the NFL.
Dude, I took
I
a
was
nap.
ready
I took a
to burn
midday
everything
nap.
in my fucking path.
I
was ready to
literally took a
scorch
nap.
the fucking earth.
I took a nap and I woke up and my friend texted me the Raiders lost. I was like, oh, okay, cool. It's the first thing I saw when I woke up. It goes to show you how much
I had
NFL I
no
watched
idea
that
that
day.
this even happened. So Butker had a bum ankle. Good for him. You know,
Yeah, I have him.
you guys just seem to always make it happen.
Karl, what'd you see in this one?
The first thing we saw was basically you saw the connection between Derek Carr and Devontae Adams was absolutely clear. I think he threw the ball to Devontae Adams 18 times out of 35 passes.
17.
Something on those.
So he's going to be pretty predictable all season.
It's going to be predictable all season. That's why I also had 3 interceptions on the game as well.
Yep.
You got to use Darren Waller. You got to use Hunter Renfrow. You got to pass out to the backfield of Josh Jacobs. You know, you can't just be one-dimensional. You will get
that's
found
all
out.
it was all about. It was the Devontae Adams, Derek Carr show. They'd been fucking planning for this the whole season.
Not only that, they only ran the ball
Look what
13
happened.
times.
Yeah, they
Herbert
need
was
to go back.
awesome.
Go back to the ground. Go back to the ground game. And I know
The Chargers must have themselves an O-line because I see that neither Chandler Jones nor what's that other dude's name, that big Max Crosby, none of those guys got to the quarterback. Or they didn't register any sacks at least.
no, they didn't. But again, first game of the season, they'll get it together.
That being
How
said,
was-
I have
did-
Devontae Adams on my fantasy team. So, Mr. Carr, if you choose to throw to him all the time, that'd be great.
Yeah, we'll just stick your number one corner on him, and it's down to you to
Screw
defend
you
it.
and your fantasy team, Nick.
Did Austin Eckler have a decent game? I didn't even see.
He had 36 yards rushing on 14 attempts.
That's not good, actually.
It's
That's
terrible.
not good at all.
I did have 36 yards.
2.6
receiving
yards
as
a carry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's not good enough.
So Chiefs and Chargers this Thursday in Kansas City. I think Keenan Allen's injured. So he won't be on the field. But I think that'll still be a pretty exciting game. Shootout. John, what the fuck,
What the fuck are you doing?
Are you on
I'm
Hiawatha?
just playing.
What are you doing?
I'm just playing with the camera, bro. I'm having fun.
They're playing all right.
It's all good. Justin Herbert was amazing this game. That's all you can say. He was awesome.
All right, Buccaneers 19, Cowboys 3. Holy shit! What a shitty game
was an
this was.
ass. This was
I
an
think
ass
the
game.
I think the story of this game was probably the how good Julio Jones looked.
He looked decent.
Julio Jones. I'm debating on picking him up in fantasy.
As if the Buccaneers needed
Might not
another
be-
wide
might not be
receiver.
available.
Yeah, but the Buccaneers were they got receivers up their fucking ears, dude.
Well, they do now because Chris Godwin's out with another bloody hamstring injury.
Oh,
The guy can't
okay,
stay
okay.
The guy can't
Yeah.
stay healthy if his life depended on it.
I'm keeping him on the bench, Carl. I'm keeping him there because he's going to be a late push.
You know, Tom
I think it
Brady loves receivers over the age of like 34.
I don't give a shit about fantasy aspects of the thing. I think Julio Jones needs. Let's be honest. Julio Jones had a Super Bowl taken away from him when he was with Atlanta. So I think.
Can you answer this? Can you answer this? Can you give me your thoughts on this guy? Because I really want to know how you feel. Do it in 10 seconds or less.
Well, you can see how bad our offense is. So, yeah, we miss him. I miss Josh McDaniels, despite the fact he still makes boneheaded decisions trying to go third and long on a fucking screenplay. But apart from that, he's a fucking really good offensive coordinator. How's he going to do as a head coach, though? Only time will tell.
Good.
All right.
That was excellent. I wish Nick could be that fucking prompt.
Nick, we need to see the gritty. Nick, come on now.
I haven't gotten the gritty yet.
Oh, you don't know how to do it?
No.
Oh, okay.
He fucking Googles everything else, but he can't Google the gritty.
I'm not.
I'll tell you what he does. I'll tell you what he does know how to do. Ready?
Sure.
What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck is that? Did you adjust your camera so we could see your fucking
You gotta see the banjo.
dungarees, you motherfucker?
You gotta see the banjo.
Oh my god, dude! We got a crotch shot of your denim. Just listen. Here's the thing. Just when here it. Look, guys. I'm
I was about to put you on blast, Nick, but I'm not going to do it.
Listen. Just when you think that Mariah stopped watching, she comes in to puke all over herself, and I couldn't agree more.
Might as well call that the Mariah check.
It's not. It's Jesus, dude, you ruined me. You ruin me every time you do it. It's like a part of me dies.
All right, one more game to go.
Oh, it was a big one. Broncos 16, Seahawks 17.
Oh, God almighty.
It's
Gino,
a cautionary tale on the fact that you can't tell how good a team's going to be until they play.
Okay. See, Melissa hates it when you do that dance, by the way, Nick. I just want to say that.
It's saying that, though. It is a cautionary tale. It's fucking one thing with that, but it's another thing when Geno Smith actually looked competent.
Yeah, he looked really good, actually.
So does that mean that Denver's defense is ass, or Geno Smith finally came around?
Well, judge that what you will. I don't know. But was it 23 or 28, 195 yards, 2 touchdowns Geno Smith had?
Oh, this is the WNBA.
Look at John,
I was like, who in the fuck are the Aces?
I didn't even want to ask.
Is that hockey?
No, that's basketball. It's women's basketball.
All right, let's continue on this. So Geno Smith looked serviceable. It was at home, a lot of emotion. Fans were wild. Broncos had fucking turnovers, man. On the 1 yard line, that turnover by Javonte Williams. Couldn't pound that into the end zone. I thought Russ looked like he looked off yesterday. Even the bomb that he threw to Jerry Jeudy was extremely underthrown and almost got deflected. He just looked off yesterday. I don't know if it's rust. Again, that whole preseason thing, like maybe he needed more reps. But go ahead, John. What the fuck? I don't know what's going on.
Tony, keep going. I can't.
You're
channeling
drunk.
my inner Trey Lance. I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk. I'm just hanging out. I'm sober, bro. Totally just channeling my inner Trey Lance.
Tony, John's doing that because he knows he's got shit lighting. Because when you do that in front of your green screen and it does this,
he doesn't have a green screen right there. He's doing it. He's doing the virtual one where it just fades away. Yeah,
No,
with an actual green screen, it doesn't fade out like that.
It doesn't do that.
I don't know why. I don't know why this is happening. Okay?
You actually look like Trey. You're actually Trey Lance.
But normally,
pretend like you're throwing a pass.
Like this right now. I'm not mad at this happening.
Act like you're throwing a pass.
I can't.
Okay. I was gonna say, what in the right mind and of the fucking Denver
I'm not even
Broncos.
mad that this happened.
What
You
made
better,
the
John. You better watch out, or Jimmy G will come replace your ass.
I said, what made the Denver Broncos think they could hit on a 64-yard field?
Penis.
Really quick. What made the Denver Broncos think they could hit on a 64-yard field goal?
That's on
I
the
know,
fan.
right?
No, that's on Nathaniel Hackett. That is 100% Nathaniel Hackett.
Exactly.
You've got just a minute on the clock. You got 3 timeouts.
No,
Why are you not using your timeouts?
They didn't.
Exactly.
They didn't. They had 2 timeouts.
Fire that
And
motherfucker.
there was 20
You should
seconds.
fire him after game 1. Fire that motherfucker. That is some really pathetic fucking play.
No, keep
Be
him
honest.
because we need him when we play the Broncos.
Okay, so he had 2
Nathaniel Hackett
timeouts.
is a fucking hack. That dude should not be a coach in the NFL.
There
That
was
is some fucking rookie shit.
That's Pop Warner stuff. That is Pop Warner stuff.
There was
You got a
20 seconds.
$250 million quarterback. You got 20 seconds left in the game, and you got a quarterback who is actually over 50% converting 4th and 5th. Spent his entire career making magic in Seattle, and you choose not to do that. So instead, your reaction is to try to make the second longest fucking field goal in NFL history. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
It was
Who
a
the fuck
bonehead.
do you think you are?
That kicker can do
I
that.
don't understand. I don't understand.
Oh my
That kicker
god!
can do that. If they would have went for it on 4th
And
down
he even
and
came out and said, looking back, we should have gone for it.
Yeah, hindsight's
Oh,
2020.
No.
You had 2 timeouts.
But if
You
they
had
would have
2
went for it,
timeouts.
but if they would have went for it on 4th down and not gotten it, then it would have been like, why wouldn't you have kicked the field goal?
But,
It's one
but
of those
how
things.
could you make a 64-yarder? I mean, if you're in like 50-yard range, okay, then you can say, why don't they kick the field goal?
McManus can kick a 60-yarder. McManus has no problem doing that. He didn't miss it by distance.
Nick, he
just
fucking
didn't
shanked the
throw
first
it
one
up.
by a neighborhood. You know that?
Nick, in
He's
Brandon
made a
McManus,
61-yarder before.
in Brandon McManus's career,
Nick
when he-
is
in-
literally double fisting penises of kickers. It's insane. He's got Kate
Brandon-
York in one hand and he's got McManus in the other.
Brandon McManus, throughout his career, when he's gone for 60 yards or more, he's 1 for 8. Why the fuck did you go for the field goal? 1 for 8 in his career.
Okay, the statistician has spoken. Thank you, Carl. Case closed.
I mean,
I think it
dude,
was
you
a
go
coaching-
for
it was
that.
coaching.
Fourth and
Coaching.
fifth.
Coaching blunder.
Just go for that.
So say you get the first
Tony,
down.
don't tell me that you thought that kick was worth it. I'm Tony, tell me right now, if you were Nathaniel Hackett, what the fuck are you doing with 20 seconds left?
There wasn't just 20 seconds left. That's when they kicked it. They let the time go all the way. There was like
Yes,
there was
yes,
like
yes.
a minute.
They dropped it 40 seconds. They run the clock off for 40 seconds.
Yeah,
That's
was
ridiculous.
fucking-
That was
fucking wild.
That's why I
That
say
was-
they had a minute left on the clock with 2 timeouts.
Mm.
You don't want to
know,
fire that motherfucker right now today?
I mean, that's the
Right
first
now?
game ever.
That's coaching blunder. That's coaching blunders.
That's Pop Warner shit. That's fucking coaching
Warner.
101. That's game
Yeah.
management. That's all about game manage. Clock manager. Beg your pardon.
Yeah,
Well,
that was bad.
It was pathetic. I was screaming. But not only because I wanted my division to finish 0-1, but I was shocked that was the decision that you make. That was the best that you could come up with. You could shave 20 minutes or 20 seconds off the clock, and you don't trust your quarterback in Russell Wilson. This is a fucking Hall of Famer first ballot. What the fuck are you doing? That's I still can't get over it.
All right, so that was all the games from week 1. It only took us a little over 2 hours to talk about them.
a lot of games.
Which
It's Nick's
A
fault.
lot-
which
Nick
is
cost us 27 minutes getting my blood pressure up and pissing me the fuck off. That's all on Nick. Hold him accountable.
Nick, John, let's clear this out on the air. How much do you hate the Wrecking Ball song?
You know, it doesn't bother me, but
No, it bothered you
When-
tonight.
it did. But that's because I was heated. Like that's peak of my rage. I could punch my fucking screen.
You really
I could
dropped
put a
the
hole.
ball on that one too, Tony.
I mean, there
It was
a-
I
there was a
clicked
time-
it, but it was on a
Nick,
delay. for the first one.
You know, there's a moment where Nick did one of these. Nick did a Joe Rogan. He's like,
Yeah.
in
You told
my
me-
moment of rage, he pokes the fucking bear and then he steps back.
You told me, you said, Tony, enough with this fucking song. Fuck this song or something like that. You-
That's only happened twice
hate
in the
that.
history
I
of the
hate that song.
show.
I think that song
Yeah.
sucks.
The song sucks, but it's actually pretty funny when I'm in a moment of rage. But we got to find a better one.
No,
If you can find
There
me
is
a
no
better
better.
song,
that one's the perfect one.
I'll smack your lips off.
We might
It's got
go.
nothing to
We
do
might
with you.
change songs here and there.
Nothing's better than that moment when that song drops and you're going ape shit. There's nothing that makes me happier in life.
Except I'm not capable of continuing my rage while that is happening. I can't do it.
There was one
Nick
time.
Nick and the circus song, Nick actually reaches for the fucking nose and the little honker and he just goes along with it. He can do it. He puts his nose on, he honks, and he just clowns away. I
There
can't
was-
do that.
There was
You
one
wanna see-
time, John. There was one time where you were in a rage and I played that song, and you like did this thing where it looked like you were being electrocuted.
Look. You want to see a great wrecking ball, which he's talking about? Go to our Christmas episode.
I will.
It's
I'll
the
look
greatest
for it.
wrecking ball of all time.
Oh shit! All
So we're
right,
gonna run down. Are we gonna run down the games real quick?
I fucking can't, guys. Jesus, I have to fucking work, guys.
How selfish of you.
Well,
Carl's
You can have the show
dedicated
early.
the
It's
entire
okay. I don't
evening
have to stay on here for
to the
4
locker
hours.
room.
We could do like a
Carl
lightning round.
set his alarm and woke up at 2 a.m., which means in the UK, I don't know what time it is. I'm looking at my watch. It's 4 in the morning.
That's
We could
that's
do like a
silly.
lightning round real quick.
Lightning round. Yeah, fuck your lightning round. Why don't you guys? Why don't you guys do your lightning round and I'll drop off.
Carl, this is Scott.
I thought
So
you were
this
running
kinda-
the stream there.
This also kind of fucks up our competition for the year.
Jesus. All right. Fuck me.
Do a 5-minute version of it, I guess.
So do
Yeah.
a lightning round. This shouldn't
All right.
take
Lightning
too long
round.
at all.
Chargers versus Chiefs. Chiefs -4. Nick.
I'm gonna go Chiefs, and I'm gonna give them the cover the spread.
John.
Hold on a minute. Fuck. I can't even write that fast. I just picked up the pen. All right, Nick said Chiefs.
Bashar, who do you like in this one? You're muted.
Sure, you're muted.
I
You
think
hear me
said
now?
Chiefs.
Yep.
Chargers cover. I said Chargers and they cover.
Oh,
Chargers
Ooh.
how about you, Carl?
Chiefs and they cover.
Chiefs cover. John?
I'm gonna take
So much for
sorry,
lightning.
Kansas City. I'm sorry, Nick and Scott. I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
All right.
I'm gonna go Chiefs. All right, Jets and Browns. Nick.
Browns
Browns
cover.
-6. Browns cover. Bashar.
I hate to say this, but I'll take the Browns on this one. And for Nick's sake, they fucking cover.
Carl.
Can both these teams get sucked into a black hole? I gotta go with the Browns. Their running game will just destroy that Jets defense.
Johnny.
Browns. I'm taking the Browns. I did watch Scott, and I saw the Chargers pass rush was nasty. Arizona
Alright.
did not have a pass rush. You got that to look forward
I-
to, my man.
I will be going with. Mark me down for Jets.
Really?
Yeah.
Joe Flacco and the Jets, huh?
You know what? Lamar Jackson and the Ravens tried to run on the Jets week 1 and did not do a good job of it. Granted, they don't have Chubb and Hunt, but the Jets were able to stop the run. I think they'll be able to keep Cleveland at bay and force them to throw. I think they'll cover. I'm not saying they're going to fucking win. I'm just saying they're going to cover. So
Okay.
Commanders versus Lions. Lions -2.5. This got to be the first time I'm seeing the Lions favored in a game in probably 2 years. So
I took the Lions 17 weeks in a row last season.
you sure did.
Sure did.
Nick, who you like?
I'm gonna go with Lions. First time. I'm gonna go Lions. I think they're gonna win.
Bashar.
The Commanders.
Carl.
Lions, and they cover.
Johnny.
Do I need to say it?
Lions.
I am the fucking Lions all day on this.
Wouldn't it be a curveball if he didn't pick the Lions this time?
I'm taking Detroit. I bought in on that crazy ass dude.
All right, I'm bought in too. Give me Detroit. All right, Buccaneers -3 versus Saints. Nick.
I'm gonna go Bucks. I'm gonna go Bucks, but not to cover. I think it's gonna be close.
Tell you what, they struggle against New Orleans.
So the Saints, essentially the Saints.
So you're taking the Saints?
No, I'm taking the Bucks not to cover, but it would be taking the Saints.
That's what the fuck.
Why are
we're
you
asking.
talking in fucking Chinese? What are you doing? This isn't a riddle.
Bucks not to cover, whatever's easiest for you.
God.
So you're taking the Saints.
Yes.
Say that.
Okay.
Bashar.
I'll take Tampa Bay and they cover.
Carl.
Saints have the Buccaneers number in the regular season. They win and cover.
I'm going Saints as well. John.
I'm gonna go Saints as well, Carl.
Panthers versus Giants. Giants -2.5. Nick. Lightning,
gonna
motherfucker.
go-
I need sleep. Lightning
I'm
round.
gonna go Giants. I'm gonna go Giants.
Nick is like a slow, steady wind.
Bashar.
I'm going to take the Panthers.
Oh God.
Carl.
Giants not to cover.
So he's taking Panthers. Give me the Giants. I think I'm bought in. John.
Panthers.
Okay. Patriots favored on the road, -1.5 at Pittsburgh. Who you like, Nick?
I'm gonna have to go with Patriots.
Bashar.
I'm going to have to take the Steelers on this one. Sorry, Carl.
Carl.
Steelers. We're going 0-2.
What?
Oh,
We're going 0-2.
wow.
We're going. I don't think this O-line is going to be ready in time.
Black and yellow. Yeah, you know what it is. Everything I do it big. Yeah.
Now,
Johnny.
you see, that's a controversial pick. Okay. So
Is
Got
there
that
any
right.
way that we could fucking shock Nick with lightning?
I think this is
Does
gonna be a
this.
shit show.
When you pucker your lips and you move your finger, like I want you to I want the
Yeah, you got
keyboard.
good elasticity.
John, who you like?
You don't
Nick?
have elasticity. Your fucking finger's the size of my pinky toe. You fucking asshole.
Elasticity. What
All
are you,
right.
pizza dough? What?
I'm taking the Patriots.
All right, John's taking the Patriots. Give me the Steelers. Colts -4 versus Jaguars -4. That's sad. Nick, who you like?
I took them last week. They bit me in the ass, but I'm gonna take them again. The Jags win.
Pick the Jags. That's probably because you're a jag off.
Yeah.
Bashar.
I got the Colts and they do cover.
Carl.
is this at Jacksonville or is this at Indianapolis?
At
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
At Jacksonville. Indianapolis will not be in Jacksonville since 2014. Taking the Jags. Straight up.
Carl. I love when Carl brings the stats, boy. John, who you like?
the Colts, bro.
Hey,
Don't believe in Matt Ryan.
history.
It's not that. It's not that. It's not that I don't believe in that. It's not that I don't believe in Matt Ryan. It's just the Colts just can't win down in Jacksonville
Simple as that.
Why?
History repeats
not?
itself.
because everyone since 2014. I've just.
You know,
Give me
things
Yeah,
change.
have the
Carl.
research,
You
John.
know, things change, and this is that moment. The Colts win. The Colts win.
Give me the
He
Jag
says I'm
off.
going to regret this, but I honestly believe that the Colts win.
Give me
they
the
didn't
Jag
lose.
offs, John.
John, Tony's one jag off.
And one Jag off. Dolphins versus
All right.
Ravens. Ravens minus 3.5. Nick.
Dolphins cover.
Bashar.
I'll take the Ravens and they cover.
Karl.
Ravens cover. Dolphins offense didn't look that great, if I'm honest.
Johnny.
Dolphins.
I'm going Ravens.
No. I lied. No, Ravens. There's a Rashad Bateman over there who's not going to allow Tyreek's little skinny ass to steal the ball out of his hands.
Okay.
Sean Bateman's a receiver and Tyreek's a receiver.
I'm sorry. Bateman is not going to. Doesn't matter. I'm taking the Ravens.
Bateman's a receiver.
Who
Hill's a
was,
receiver.
who was the corner?
John's
that got
a
stripped?
drunk.
No, I'm not. Who got stripped? Who got stripped?
In what game?
The Tyreek play where he ripped it out of Tua's inaccurate ass. threw it to the DB,
that was
and he took
Jack
it out
Jones.
of his hands.
That was Jack Jones.
Yeah,
He should have come out
it
with that.
happened.
He should have
Nick,
come out with
Falcons versus Rams. Rams minus 10. Who you like?
I got
Tony,
the
who did you pick?
Rams.
I'm
I'm going to say the Rams. I'm going to say the Rams put it on them.
I took the Ravens, John, last game. Bashar,
I'm
who
going to
you
say
like?
the Rams put it on them. They cover, although that spread's kind of huge. But
This is a tough one. Ugh. I'll say the Rams win, but they don't cover the spread.
Karl?
Even though I hate the fucking Rams.
I just want the Falcons to win big for shits and giggles, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I got to take the Rams. Cooper Kupp is going to have himself a day.
Cooper Kupp is never not going to have a day for the rest of his life, I feel like. He especially will versus these Falcons. I feel like these Falcons, man, they fought hard that week one. Cordero Patterson always seems to fucking get in a rhythm. Give me the Falcons. I'm taking the Falcons. John.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Whoa.
I don't think Tony's taking the Falcons to beat them. I think Tony's just taking the Falcons
To cover.
to cover.
All right, to cover.
Well, now I feel like a pussy. So give me the Falcons to beat them.
Whoa.
You
Okay.
got him. You got it.
All right, John, who you like?
I like the Rams, and I would rather puke on myself, but I'm taking the Rams.
Okay. Seahawks versus 49ers. 49ers minus 10.
Wow.
Oh, which team won this
Wow.
week?
that
Yeah.
is.
All right, Nick, who you like?
I mean, I planned on taking the 49ers, but I ain't taking them at that spread.
Well, that's your mistake.
So I'm going to go Seahawks. Seahawks.
All right, Bashar.
Oh, for the record, I'm going to be at the game. So the 49ers better fucking win the game. And so I can't bet against them. And I honestly think that Kyle Shanahan's going to have some vengeance because he was very questionable in that last game. And he's got to show to the world that, hey, look, I'm the guy that knows how to draw everybody open and you guys can't do anything about it. And I'm going to give Trey Lance the opportunities to win this week because I didn't give him proper opportunities to win last week. And the Niners cover this damn spread and they win. Fuck Seattle.
Karl.
Fuck Seattle.
Isn't Kyle
Division-
Shanahan the coach that coaches to the quarterback strength, though?
Nick, shut the fuck up. Karl.
Oh, here goes Nick again.
When you put down the kickers' penises out of both of your hands,
I'm just saying,
Use
I
Google.
heard that for a whole
use
year.
Google. Shanahan Shanahan coaches against coaches, not motherfucking nature. But I'm not going to use that as an excuse. Choke on your squirt.
There is a 50% chance of rain. It's not going to be a storm or anything like that, but there might be some light
I'll
rain.
take the West Coast rain over
No,
the East Coast rain.
It's not going to be what we saw in Chicago.
No,
If it does rain.
Carl, who you like in this one?
Divisional game. Yeah, 49ers. The 49ers are going to win. I'll be fucking shocked if they don't. But I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be close. So I agree with Nick. I don't think they're going to cover.
John.
49ers. Seattle just lost what's his face to a knee injury.
Adams.
Oh, Jamal Adams.
Yeah, but they played well without him.
Did they? Diggs isn't going to cut it, bro. Not against us.
I am going to go with I think every trick up Shanahan's sleeve will come out in this game. I think he will take the fucking ball himself and go out there and throw touchdown passes if he has to. I think the 49ers right the ship and go out there and whoop some ass this week. I know it's a division game. These two always play each other tight, but I think they're going for blood this week. Give me the Niners to cover.
And they picked up Marlon Mack. I'm not sure if he'll play, but they did pick him up. So that's just a
I
little
hope he
tidbit right
plays.
there.
I really
love
hope
to
he
see him
plays.
out there.
But you know what, Bashar? You know who I'm concerned about versus Seattle? Penny. That's it. I don't think that Geno Smith gets a chance to hit DK Metcalf.
Who's that running back from Michigan? Michigan State. I keep forgetting the guy's
Walker.
name. Yeah, he's playing this week. I don't know why he didn't play the first game, but he's going to play.
He was a little
Banged
banged
up.
up.
All right, Bengals minus 7.5 BS the Cowboys. I don't know what the fuck I was doing that.
BS. Well, BS again because the Cowboys are BS.
Yeah, BS to the
bullshit.
Cowboys. There you go.
Yeah.
Bullshit
There you
cow.
go. There you go. You got it right.
Bullshit Cowboys.
All right, Nick, who you like?
I gotta think that the Bengals are going to be able to cover against the Cowboys without Dak.
Bashar,
I'm taking the Bengals and they're covering on this one.
Carl.
God damn it, Scott. I can see the shit you're talking.
Cowboys defense is actually very good, but I think Joe Burrow is going to just light it up.
Joe
So,
Burrow.
Bengals win and cover.
Damn it, Carl. You're supposed to say Bungles.
A
I
bungalow.
can't say bungle. You can't call them the Bungles because they made the Super Bowl last year. You can't refer to them as the Bungles until they go back
I
to
just
their...
thought that was. I thought you just pronounced it Bungles just for shits and giggles.
No.
I never knew.
They were called the Bungles because they were shit. They're not shit right now, so you can't call them the Bungles. You have to call them the Bengals.
John, who
That's
you got?
fair. Bengals.
I got Bengals. It's also is that all of us took the Bengals?
Yes.
I think so.
Jesus, they'll probably fucking get murdered. All right,
Cooper Rush is not winning.
Texans versus Broncos. Broncos minus 10. Nick.
I mean, who's making these spreads?
I know, right?
Like, I gotta think the Broncos are going to right the ship against the Texans. Texans stink, so I'm going to pick the
Do
Broncos.
they? Bashar.
I'll take the Broncos, and I think they do cover.
Carl.
Broncos cover. Javonte Williams to run for over 100 yards. Rush for 100
Johnny.
yards, rather.
Texans.
I'm going to take the Texans as well. I think they just have what it takes to keep it close.
In that altitude?
Fuck it.
Altitude or no altitude. I'm taking the Texans.
We don't even know if Russell Wilson can play in that altitude right now. We don't know. We don't know what he's all about. All right, Cardinals versus Raiders. Raiders minus 6. Nick.
I'm going to say Raiders,
Who
but
did
not
Nick take
cover,
last
so the
game?
Cardinals.
Nick did you
took
take
the Broncos.
Texans?
I took the
He
Broncos.
took
I'm going to say Raiders, but not to cover. So in essence, the Cardinals.
Nick's taking the Cardinals. Bashar.
It's the team I grew up hating. I do have them covering, and I'm going to go with the Raiders.
Carl.
This is going to come down to which defense can actually make a play or two, because I think this is just going to be a basketball game. But I'm going to say the Raiders. Just they won't cover. I've got the Raiders
Basketball
winning.
game, the Golden State Warriors.
John, who you like?
Raiders.
Yeah, give me the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals will cover. Raiders will probably win.
Cliff Kingsbury's a fucking joke.
Kingsbury sucks.
Bears versus Packers.
Kingsbury
If you
and
don't-
Nick are like dual clowns.
I believe this is a Sunday night game. What a! I always feel good when I watch Bears versus Packers for some reason.
Good
Just
solid
makes you
rivalry.
feel good. Who you like, Nick?
I'm going to say Aaron Rodgers rights the ship, and they beat the Bears by over 10.
Bashar.
I hate Aaron Rodgers, but I'll take the Packers, but they don't cover.
Carl.
So Bears.
Even though the Packers will look like putrid shit with their receivers, they'll get it together. Yeah, Packers, but I don't think they cover.
Johnny.
You know, I mean, Justin Fields is so fucking extraordinary.
No, their team's
I'm gonna
dog
take
shit, though.
You're dog shit. I'm taking the Bears.
What?
He is right. You are dog shit, Nick. I'm gonna take the Bears to cover that.
Their best receivers are Aquarius St. Brown and Dante.
Aquaminius.
Either way,
Alright,
it sounds like a disease.
Titans versus
You're
Bills.
a
Bills
disease.
minus 10. Nick.
Bills. The Bills over those shit ass Titans. Cost me a survivor pick.
Bashar.
I'm sorry, guys. I had a window open looking at some highlights on Twitter. I apologize, but
Who you
I was
like in
thrown
this
out.
one?
Who do I like? I gotta go with your fucking boys, the Bills. Josh Allen's a monster. Oh, you know what? They're gonna cover. Fuck it, they'll cover.
Carl?
Bills cover. This is as straightforward as it gets.
John?
Bills cover.
I'm going to take the Titans to cover, Bills to win. I think the last 3 years we've played the Titans, and they've beat the shit out of us for the last 3 years. Something about Derrick Henry getting that rock and getting a shitload of yards against us and touchdowns. So I'm going to say Titans to cover. Hopefully Bills can still pull off the win. Last game on the slate is Vikings versus Eagles. Eagles -2. Nick.
Ooh,
I think this is probably the best game of the week.
That is gonna be a really
Me
good
too.
game.
I
that's
agree.
gonna be
I agree.
a brilliant game.
I'll definitely watch that if I have a chance.
It's a Monday night,
Oh, my night.
Late.
Okay, cool, perfect.
late one.
I'm going to go with the Vikings.
Okay, Bashar.
Yeah, Eagles are good. They're both really good teams, but I'll take the Vikings on this one.
Carl.
Jesus. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Vikings, and they cover.
John.
Vikings, bro.
Man, I've got to be the only one going with the Eagles. Give me those EAGLES.
I would have taken the Eagles against. I think the Vikings are the real deal this year.
I think
really
it's just gonna be a fun. I think it's gonna be a really fun game to watch. I'm excited for that one. It's a double header on Monday night. That's gonna be the second game. It should be a good Monday night.
This one, I think you're going to take who you're going to take. You go the other way.
Me?
Yep.
Okay. Well,
The chat says, the chat agrees with us to the majority. Izzy found herself agreeing with Nick somewhere along the way, and she was throwing up in a brown bag. But I agreed too, so she's not alone.
Because he's right, everyone.
Scott over there, who's poking the bear, he's taking the Eagles. Scott's taking the Eagles. Carl, tell Scott you're not on meth. This is just pure respect for the locker room rant, bro. And you've been looking at the bottom of that fucking Christmas mug since we started the show.
It's not Christmas. Oh, there. Yeah. Is that really a Christmas mug? Really? Really?
Yeah, I swear, I thought that was a Christmas sock.
respect the
It
color.
looks like a
was
Christmas
No.
mug.
No, I'm going to use the term, the phrase that you use on this show. Asshat.
That's ass cheeks.
All right.
Yeah, you are ass cheeks.
Aye.
Buddy the Elf makes his return in about 50 years.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Buddy the Elf makes his return in about 50 years.
It's the
It's
logo
over.
for the Browns. It's the
It's
logo
over.
for the
I
Browns.
hope
I'm sorry.
70 years, actually.
Oh, okay. Jeez, Louise. I thought you were talking. Okay.
Buddy the Elf, baby. Buddy the Elf. Respect the elf. Believe
Hey.
in the elf.
Bashar, Karl, thank you guys for coming on and joining the show. You guys are welcome every single week. Whenever you want to come on, I know, Karl, the time is crazy over there. We appreciate you coming on with us, man.
Oh.
We truly, truly appreciate you. If you guys haven't, hit subscribe down below, hit like down below. Make sure you check out Karl on KB Sports and Bashar on 49er Minded. And we'll see you next week, next Tuesday, 9 o'clock on the Locker Room Rant. Have a good week. Peace.
All
Later,
been a
family.
pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome.
It's Brown.